Hey, there we go. Sorry, I started a stream and then had to stop the stream because the way that OBS connects to... OBS is the broadcasting software that I use for streaming. The way that it connects to YouTube is way different than the way it connects to Twitch. So that took me a second. I don't know why my lights are red back there either. YouTube is just trying to mess up everything on me. But oh well, I guess we're going with... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thanks for coming to hang out. You guys have been asking me to do a live on YouTube, not on Twitch, so here I am. But how's everybody doing today? How's your day going? My sticker's coming off. T, I am good. I'm good. I'm bummed because it's a very nice day outside. Like, I got all the windows open. I've been cleaning. It's a wonderful, wonderful like day. And so my plan was to like clean, get laundry going, and then go outside, you know, go do something with the dogs. But my washing machine got really off balance. And to be fair, I did cram a lot of clothes in the thing, so you know, like that's on me. But it got off balance and I just started smelling something burning. Just like burning rubber. And I went in the laundry room and it kind of looked hazy, but I thought that was just me. I was like, nah, it's just that's just me. But I looked underneath like the washing machine and there's just water everywhere. And so I stopped it and then I opened the door and smoke just starts pouring out of this thing. So I was like, oh Jesus. But I ran it again with like nothing in it and it didn't give me the smoky smoke this time. So hopefully I just overloaded it and it got off kilter. But other than that, today's been good. Also, y'all give me a quick second real quick, because this little chat window thing that I got up on my screen now, it's not being right. I don't know why. You would think that they would just kind of make everything the same between Twitch and YouTube, but no, that's just not allowed. Always show message. Okay, now we should be good. All right, let me catch up on chat now, because there's a lot of people talking. Let me see here. Go up. Oh, thank you so much, Megan. What do I use to stream? For like my broadcast software, this is OBS, just regular OBS, not Streamlabs. For my camera, this is a Sony a5100 with a Sigma 16mm lens on it. Yo, Specimen, thank you so much for the sub. And then I have a Go XLR Mini that I use for my audio, Shure SM7B microphone, and I think that's it for the stream setup. Ollie is he's actually right behind me. I don't know which way can I turn? You can kind of see the fluff right here. Ollie, hey, come here. They want to see you. No, over here. Come here. Come, Ollie. He's so lazy. Ollie, come here. Come here, Ollie. There's Ollie. He's right there. And Ember. They're both here in attendance. Yeah, they're both here in attendance for the good boys. Steph is I don't know exactly where she is, but she just left a little bit ago because she came to give Munchkin some more food. And yeah, you guys can go ahead and ask questions if you want. Again, like, because there are so many people chatting here, I will, like, I'll answer one, and if I don't see one, you can put it in again. Just don't flood the chat with like the question 1,800 times, like back to back to back to back to back, because that's a little annoying. Okay, let's see. Yeah, me and Steph are still totally friends. Like, I was legit just texting her before I got onto here, and obviously I have Ollie, so I didn't just go kidnap Ollie. Be like, no, you can't have him. Do I consider myself a spiritual person? Yes. Not. I think that there's kind of something out there, but I don't think anybody knows what it is. I don't really adhere to any sort of set spiritual beliefs. I'm definitely not a religious person at all. But yeah, I feel like there's something out there. I think it's more of kind of like, to me, if I believed in anything, it'd be more in like just like karma and effect type of deal. Where did I get my shirt? This is either from Marshall's or Ross Dress for Less, because that's where I get all of my clothes, because forget paying over $10 for something. If an article of clothing is like over, okay, I'll say over $20, not getting it. Not doing it, not touching it. The TJ Maxx around here is sketch. Like, they don't have cheap stuff, and it smells like fish. Like, me and a friend were just talking about this, so that's why I don't hit up the TJ Maxx around here. Yes, me and Steph did break up, but I mean, we're still friends. I don't think there's anything confusing about that. I know some people are like, you can't be friends with an ex, but I think that's a little ridiculous. I mean, we're both adults, and that's that. They really do have the best clothes. It's either that, I get clothes from there, or thrift shops. Like, those are the only two. Occasionally I'll buy something like secondhand off like Mercari or things like that, Poshmark, but even then it has to be super cheap. Oh, what's up from Ireland? How's it going? I would love to go to Ireland for Paddy's Day. That would be awesome. Are we getting back together in the future? I am not a mind reader, or that's not a mind reader, a fortune teller. So I do not know the answer to that. You know, I've been thinking, a lot of people have been asking me to sell the necklaces. Like, I mean, this is one right here that I've made. I don't know if the camera's really gonna focus on. Oh, yay. This is one that I made and all that, and I think I might get into it. I have a lot more time now to actually do things now that I'm not working at Amazon, because God, that job just sucked the life out of me. The Goodwill around here, they don't really have anything. Like, I get stuff for like the house from Goodwill. Like, occasionally I'll find like furniture or cheap rice cookers or something like that. But as far as clothes, they don't really have anything at the Goodwill that I would get. They usually have like a whole bunch of shirts that you can tell were donated from churches, because it's just t-shirts with like Southern Hope Baptist Church on it. And I mean, that's not, if it's your thing, cool, but it's not my thing. Yeah, I worked in a warehouse. It wasn't a fulfillment center. It was a delivery center. So we got the stuff that was already boxed up and then had to sort it and then get it ready for the Amazon drivers to pick it up and then send it out for their routes. But the thing about Amazon is, I don't think it's that hard of a job. Like, the physicality, the way that it makes it sound, like when you read articles about it, is bad. But for me, the worst part about working there, because at this place, because I've worked at a fulfillment center, and yes, I will say those suck, but this place that I worked, I loved the people that I worked with. They were great people, like good friends now. Like, it was awesome. But it's just, I had to work 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. and I just can't do it anymore. I used to be so good at overnights, you know, working at bars and doing all that kind of stuff, but now my body just cannot hang. Like, I can't do that. I haven't actually started working at the new job yet. I begin training on Monday. But my last shift with Amazon was on Tuesday, and so that I'm giving myself like a week or 6 days to kind of just chill. What like my plan was to shoot a ton of content from like now until I start the other job. Although I'll be working from home, so it won't really stop it. But if you guys watch my latest video, you know that my camera broke, and I got the estimate back for it, and they said like $350, but what had happened is when the dogs knocked the camera back, the screen was out, so it was completely like horizontal. And then when the thing fell, it must have just hit it the perfect way, so the actual motherboard and chip inside of it cracked. So they have to replace all of that. So it went from being like a $300-something fix to a $660 fix. Yay. And I know what you're thinking, like, why wouldn't you just get a new camera by that point? But to get them brand new, like the ones that I want and need, and like what I need to like move forward with the productions that I'm trying to do, they're, you know, it's like $2,000 brand new, and I can pay off $660. $2,000, that's a little steep for my blood. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Gail. And you'll knock it out. As far as CF is came, man, like it's funny because it used to be such like a bummer to meet people that had CF because you kind of knew the reality. But with everything that's coming out now, it's more of like, I don't know, you can actually have hope about it. How are the COVID numbers? I have no idea. I've not paid any attention to that. I really don't care that much about it because with CF, whenever anything comes out, like swine flu or any sort of variant of any sort of flu or bacteria or virus, it's gonna kill you. So I haven't changed anything that I've been doing since COVID, like, because remember, me and Steph were in LA whenever like they were shutting California and LA down at the height of COVID, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like with CF and growing up sick, you prepare your whole life for these kind of things. So while everyone else was freaking out, I mean, wearing a mask, washing your hands, you know, distancing yourself from others, I've been doing that my whole life, so hasn't really been a thing for me. Let's look. Oh, let me scroll up some. What's my favorite song lately? It's probably Little Moon by Gone Gone Beyond. Do I have an album that I'm stuck on right now? Yes, it is. Hold on, I gotta look because I know I forget exactly what it's called. It's Life in Your Glass World by Citizen, their new album. Thank you, Kale Girl. I appreciate it. I love the stuff that I've been putting out now, because for a while it got to the point where I didn't want to tell anyone that I was on YouTube, because I didn't like what I was putting out. Like, it was just, I don't know, especially like after Trikafta and all that came out, it's just kind of changed my whole kind of outlook of the world. I already had like a different outlook growing up sick, but since Trikafta came out, it's completely switched it around again, and I started really thinking about what I wanted to do with life, like what I wanted to accomplish and the things I wanted to leave behind. And so I started looking back on my videos, and I know people enjoyed like the vlog stuff and me goofing off and all that, and they're not completely ever out of the question to do them again, but I don't know, I just started watching my content back, and it kind of made me cringe. I was like, man, this is just I don't enjoy it. Like, I don't want to watch this. And the thing is, like, I could probably be way bigger on YouTube than I am now if I just like sold my soul and just put out clickbait like content, but I don't have it in me. And the vlogs I didn't enjoy them anymore. So the stuff I'm putting out now, they don't get near as many views as the stuff that I used to put out with like vlogging or CF type stuff, but I'm happy with it. And that's kind of what it's about for me at the end of the day. I enjoy them. Like, I'm proud now to tell someone, hey, I have a YouTube channel, go check it out, because I know the content that I'm putting out now. And the old stuff is still there for anyone who ever wants to watch it, and I keep it there because it's like a growth thing, because I debated on deleting all of the old stuff, but you know, it's fun to look back on it and just kind of see how far that I've came. Let's see. What up, Squid? Or I guess you're Audrey here. You're not Squid. You're Audrey. That's weird. Thank you, Loco. I have struggled mightily with streaming like over the years, but I feel like I've gotten it down pat, especially with the audio. The Go XLR and this microphone right here is really, really the key to my audio. Has YouTube ever been my full-time job? It was for a little bit. But I mean, it wasn't really... No, it's never been like the full thing that I'm like making most of my money on. But it was for a while the thing that was making the most money at the time. Like whenever the 5 Feet Apart video and all that blew up, like, yeah, I was... like the money was just pouring in then, but it was never like a full-time gig or something that I consider like, hey, I'm like, this is my job. Hey, Ember, stop licking. Ember. All I hear behind me is just squap, 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 squap. Hey, can we not? Can we just not do that? Oh man, hold on a second. How do I? Where's my typing? All right. Yeah, and the videos are going to be changing soon too. Not in content and not with the overall message, but I've been into making videos since I was a kid, and I've always kind of downplayed my ability when it comes to like cinematography and videography and all that, but I was taught by people who are amazing at it, but I just always compare myself to them, so I'm like, well, I suck. I'm never going to put that out. But I made a video about it, and I'm finally getting to the point where I'm just not, you know, I'm not gonna let myself hold myself back anymore. And so I'm still like, it'll still be content that's, you know, hopefully helps people out, but I'm gonna make it a lot more artsy, a lot more, you know, better shot and cinematic. There'll still be like sit down stuff of me talking, but I know that just me sitting there talking, it can get boring, especially when the videos are like 20 minutes long. I try my best to make them shorter, but sometimes I just get to talking and there's no way I can cut out all the stuff that I talked about. But so I want to switch it up. You know, I want to make some stuff out there that is more kind of cinematic and more of just like these short, almost like short films, so people can just share them and they still get this positive message out. But again, I can't do that right now because my camera broke. So, but yeah, definitely gonna. Oh, I forgot I changed that sound. Yo, Yuri, thank you so much for subscribing. Okay, Trauma. Let's see. You should do a side job in radio. I've actually I want to start a podcast. Like that's something that's on the docket that I'm gonna try to get off the ground this year sometime. I just got to kind of figure out the logistics and everything for it, but I've always wanted to start a podcast. Like I've had the name for it for a while. I've had the basic premise, but yet again, it was just one of those things to where I've always been negative on myself. I've been like, you can't do this. Nobody wants to watch or listen to this, but I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to that's kind of where I'm at right now as far as like being a content creator, because please don't ever call me an influencer because it makes me want to jump off a friggin' bridge. Like I hate that term so much, but as someone who creates online content, I'm at the point now where I'm just going to do whatever. And either people will watch it, people won't watch it, but it's kind of like a win-win for me because I'm able to kind of get these creative ideas out and put them out there, and you know, maybe one will pick up steam and it'll get big, and if not, that's fine too. Who are my favorite YouTubers? I don't really watch a ton of YouTube, like really follow certain creators. Like Hindsight is a big one. Like I love that dude. What's another one that I watch a lot? I watch a lot of really weird channels, like these random ones where people just make things, or they're just kind of like trippy. There is a guy that I watch now. I forget his name. He's a bodybuilder, but he does scientific experiments where basically he just hurts himself, and it makes me laugh so much. But I can never remember anybody's names because I just subscribe and I see the video and I click it, but I don't actually remember what anybody's channel is called. I could waffle for hours. I've never heard that. I could waffle for hours. That makes me just envision like myself just making waffles for hours, like a cook at a Waffle House. I'm just putting them out, man. How long have I been buying subs for? What is that? What does that even mean? If you mean like buying I cannot speak. Buying subscribers for the channel, I never have. Although I'm pretty sure, because my YouTube metrics and the way that they've always kind of balanced, even like at the peak of when that 5 feet apart video was popping off and all that, they never really felt like they matched up with the subscriber count. And what I actually learned it from Steph, is that like I didn't even know people can buy subscribers for a channel. And I didn't know that anyone can pay and just do it. Like legit, you can go on one of these sites, pay the money, put in my link, and boom, like it'll send however many X amount of subscribers there. And I feel like that's kind of what happened when my video got big, because the studio was putting a lot of like attention and money on my channel, and I feel like that kind of happened, but those fall off after a while. And that's, you know, that's why like I don't really even bother looking at my numbers now, because it's like if you lose anything that's not organic growth, that's a good thing. And so like subscribers go away and then they come back if you put out content that is good. And so that's what I'm kind of like, that's why it is what it is now. But I do feel like there are probably there have to be like a certain percentage of my numbers that are bought. Like it all didn't feel completely organic at all. Like, and that's just being straight up about it. But there's not a lot I can do about that. So that's why I'm just cranking out the content that I want to put out, and eventually it will even itself out, I guess. I mean, there's a bunch of different reasons that people would buy subscribers. I mean, just to be able to say you have this much. But the thing is, you can tell, because like the views and the interactions won't match up with the subscriber count. Like that's like an easy giveaway. Or if you get like if you get a sponsorship, and in some of the contracts it'll be like, hey, you know, we'll give you this much money if you can guarantee this many views on a video. So say it's 10,000 views or whatever. Well, if it costs, I mean, I don't, like, ballpark estimate, I really don't know how much it would be, but say it costs $50 for 10,000 views or something like that, and they're gonna pay you $1,000 for this sponsorship. You could go in there and do that and then boom. Because that's not to say I haven't thought about it, because believe you me, I have thought about it. But again, like, I don't have the time for that or the energy for it. Sorry, that was a long tangent about that, but I feel like it's a legit point too. So I don't know, like I don't take any like any negative from that or whatever. Why are there so many exclamation points? How do I get this person to stop putting those on there? Hold on a second. Oh wait, hey Pim or Audrey, can you grab that person that's putting all of these stupid triangles on there and put the band hammer down on them? I forgot I have. Yeah, like they're probably in here like ghost status. Just put their name in the thing and give them the block hammer. You'll just have to put it in manually. Only on, yeah, because yeah, they're not showing in the chat. That is weird. Maybe if I hold on, let me just do this. We'll just kill this for a minute. Boom, killed. Okay, that's definitely a person. That's a neat little trick though. I've never seen someone be able to do that. Like not be in the chat, but be in the chat. So bravo to you, good sir, troll person. I've never seen that, so. Hacker. That sounds like my mom. Every time like something happens with like her phone or any sort of technology, she's like, I think I've been hacked. And I'm like, Ma, that's not how this works. All right, let's catch back up on the things, on the questions. Am I still microdosing? Yes, I do. I'm actually going to make a whole video about it, but again, it's not just going to be me sitting and talking like my normal videos. It'll have like different clips, and I want to make it like really informative on everything, but I also have to figure out how to do it and how to word it so it doesn't get taken down and I don't get a strike for it. Because other people have done it, but when I put out that video about the Delta 8 THC stuff, good God, I got a strike and a ban and everything under the sun. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. You guys keep typing, and then it like makes the chat go back down to the bottom. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh, what is something I do in my free time? Well, hold on. Let me think of something random I do in my free time. God, I'm not an interesting person at all when I think about it. It's just like, man, I don't do a lot of cool stuff. I like to have long conversations with the animals and pretend like they can talk back to me. That's a favorite activity of mine. I play a lot of guitar. I write. I make these necklaces. I don't know. I just kind of bounce around and do kind of whatever, really. And I watch wrestling. I watch a lot of wrestling. This background music it's a Twitch, or it's a DMC or DCMA free playlist on Spotify. If you just type in lo-fi Twitch DCMA, so it basically just means it doesn't have copyright to it. So yeah, that's exactly it. ADHD hobbies, because I'm always bouncing around to different stuff. My mom's remote to the TV was dying, and it would change channels rapidly because she'd spam it and be like, someone's hacking my TV. God, I feel like we might have the same mother. Would I make a video playing guitar? Definitely. I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been thinking about making kind of like cover videos, guitar playthrough videos, because I love, like, I'm a huge follower of like musician YouTube. But I don't feel like that would work on this channel. So if I did it, I'd probably just make a brand new channel, and all it would be is just me playing guitar. No one wants to hear a singing video of me. Good Lord. I'm trying to like keep subscribers or earn new subscribers, not drive everybody away. And that's not even me like bad mouthing myself, because I'll write stuff and I'll have vocal like melodies and stuff like that, and so I'll try to record it, and unless I auto-tune the absolute bejesus out of my voice, it is not something anybody wants to hear. And I'll be trying to sing properly and enunciate and project and hit the notes, and it just don't work for me. I'm not sure who Paul Davids is, but I know who Jared Dines is. I enjoy Jared Dines' content. The thing about Jared Dines is he's a really good guitar player, but I feel like he can't write good songs to save his life. Like, they're all like, especially metal. Like, I grew up playing metal, and I feel like metal's been so, like, there's so much out there, it all sounds the same. Like, it's all very generic, like down-tuned and just like top string kind of bow chicka. Like, if you're a musician who plays metal, you'll know what I'm talking about by the bow chicka. And so he's an amazing guitar player, but what I've learned is there's a huge difference. Like, whenever I grew up, I always thought, if you have to play fast and, you have to be as technical as possible. But I know plenty of people who can friggin' just light up a fretboard and hit all the arpeggios, all the everything, go crazy. But the key to me to being a really good musician is being able to write a song that someone is going to remember. Like, okay, you can sit in your room by yourself and practice 18 hours a day and become the shred god, but if you can't write a song that anyone's going to remember, then kind of what's the point? And that goes through all genres, not just metal. Do I like anime? Absolutely. You can't. Hey. 1 second. Hey, that's just a person walking. Hey, that's a person walking their dog. They're allowed to exist. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, and I apologize for Amber. Stop it. When people walk their dogs by, he just has to be as vocal as possible. Yeah, go in there and bark. Yeah, go in there. That's a good place to bark. What is one place I want to go? Like, my top 2 places that every time I go to talk, they start barking again. Every time. But the top 2 places I want to go are New Zealand and Australia. Those are like my 2 kind of bucket list places. Mainly just because I want to go to New Zealand, and I want to go to where they filmed Lord of the Rings. Not just Hobbiton. I don't want to go there. I want to go to the plains, like fields, just endless fields where they shot like the running scenes in Lord of the Rings, and I want to put in my headphones, and I want to put the Lord of the Rings soundtrack in, and I want to just run and cry. That's my goal in life. Yeah, I still stream on Twitch. I don't really have a set schedule because I'm just now getting back into it because I can't speak. I haven't been able to stream a lot with my Amazon schedule at all. But hey, get out of there. Leave it. But now that I'll be working from home, it's going to be way easier to get streams in. Yeah, Ollie's visiting his bro. I don't know where Ollie went. Yeah, I watch AEW. I love AEW. Like, did you see the Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa cage match last night? So good. So good. Do I watch anime? I don't know if I answered that one, but yes, I watch anime. Like, you can't tell because this lens that I use makes the background all nice and blurred out, so it's not distracting, but I got a lot of anime stuff. God, I can't point in this camera either because everything's backwards. Up there, in there. I got a ton of stuff in my closet. Because Ollie is not a fan of van life. He gets really stressed out in the van, so he's coming to he's having some decompression time, basically. And yeah, Ollie is Steffi's dog. Julie, no. Me and Steph are broken up, but we are still friends. What's my favorite anime to watch or read? Like, it's a very generic answer for my favorite anime ever. Or favorite animes, I guess. The top two would be Cowboy Bebop and Dragon Ball Z. And I know that's a generic answer, and everyone's gonna be like, ugh, friggin' poser. But the thing is, that's like, I just have such fond memories, especially of Dragon Ball, of like me and my cousins and everybody getting together whenever they would release the newest like VHS, before the series was really, before we had the internet, before you could go in and just watch all of the series and they were like dubbing them into English, you know, we'd wait until they put out the newest VHS and go get it. And for any of the old anime heads, you know, like with Dragon Ball was on VHS, you could put the VHSs next to each other, and the covers on the side made like one picture. So it was always like a thing of we had to get them all to make that whole picture. But I mean, I've watched so many like really good animes. God, I don't know. I've been probably the one I've been watching recently the most is I kind of binge watched most of Attack on Titan. And I don't know. Like I know what happened because I got tired of waiting, so I went and read the manga. But man, Attack on Titan, I feel like the first 2 seasons were so good, but then when it got into like really hardcore like fantasy territory, I don't know. I mean, it's still a good anime, but I just feel like Attack on Titan could have been so much more than what it turned into and what it has now turned into. Yes, I am a Cancer. I do game, and I have not picked up Elden Ring or Dying Light 2. I'm like, right now I am broke as a joke, and I've had so much stuff that I've had to repair and pay. I really don't have any money for new games right now. But I definitely want to pick up Elden Ring, Dying Light 2. Sifu is one that I really want to get because I heard that one is just awesome. And then I would say the New Horizon, but I never beat the first one, so I'd have to like beat that one before I got the what is it? What is the new one called? Horizon something West, something like that. Wait, well, someone asked a sex question? Dun dun dun. Well, I keep picking it up and playing bits and pieces of it, and I'll get a good amount into the game of playing the first Horizon, and then I'll get busy with life, and then I'll forget about it, and I come back and I've forgotten the story, I've forgotten the controls, so then I end up starting it from the beginning. It's like a vicious cycle. I've never watched One Piece because straight up I do not have time to dedicate to One Piece. It is just too long. There's too much. Like, I would rather just not start it because I know I'm never gonna get caught up. Oh yeah, I've played Witcher 3. I got it in the case over there. I love that game. Oh, someone asked. Oh, dun dun dun. No, we are not friends with benefits. I'll answer it. I don't care. Sorry to dash any weird hopes that you have. I've never had any psychedelics make me feel like I was in an anime. I've had psychedelics that have trapped me in this horrible triangle room where I had to like relive my worst memories ever, and it felt like I was trapped there for eternity. That was a bad time. This is a bad time. And then there was these like see-through energy beings that were floating around my living room, and the craziest part about it is all of my animals would follow wherever these things were, and I thought it was just me tripping. I thought it was just totally me, so I had like some grounding moments where I was like, okay, you really need to focus and differentiate what's real and what's not. But nah, everywhere that these weird like little energy black blobs would move, my animals would be watching. And that's the last time I did mushrooms. Probably not gonna happen ever again. Hey, what's happened to my pillow here? Oh, my pillow came off. Okay, we're back. Yennefer, definitely Yennefer. Let's see. What is one thing that you wish you have? A new car, definitely. If I could have anything right now, it'd be a new car. Because my poor little 2000 Impala with 210,000 miles, every day that it cranks, I am grateful. Like I say a little prayer and give some good juju every time I go to crank it. Cause I'm just like, just get me where I need to go, baby. But she's definitely on her last leg. Definitely towards the end of the lifespan. Would I ever take ayahuasca? Yeah, I would. I'll try whatever within reason. And I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube about like ayahuasca and like the toad venom and all of that stuff. I think those are really cool. I've definitely learned though that with psychedelics and anything like that, you can easily get overconfident and then end up in a really bad place. Like I kind of lost grip of reality for like a week or two after a really bad trip that I have. So now, unless it's microdosing, I make sure that I'm surrounded by like good people in a good environment, and I have someone there who can kind of guide me back to reality if things start going south. Will I ever get tired of all the Steffi questions? I mean, I know they're gonna come, so that's why I didn't put any sort of guidelines on what people could ask me. And I'm like, that's why I really love my community compared to a lot of Steffi's community. And I know a lot of y'all came from there too, so I'm not saying all of them, but if you've ever been in Steffi's comment section, you know what I'm talking about. People, I don't know, with her for some reason, people just feel like that they own her life and that they can just say whatever they want about anything. And man, it's just, I don't know. So, And so you guys though have been very, very respectful with the questions, and I understand like people like this together, and I mean, I'll always love Steph, and I'm here for her for anything that she needs. We didn't, we don't hate each other. We're still friends, and it just kind of, it is what it is. No, they cannot let me live, Haley. But I mean, but the only thing that I'll ever draw a line on is people asking, like, if people want like inside details, they really want to know what happened. At the end of the day, it's nobody's business. I understand that people care about me and about her, and I understand that people like us together and they want to see us succeed, and that people are kind of nosy. I understand that too, but that's why I put out like my little statement type deal on the internet, or on the internet on Instagram, and I said what I said, and that was, that's it. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll talk about Steph plenty because, I mean, we've had great times together, and I still think she's one of the best human beings that I know. But as far as like details or people wanting to know all what happened or really get into our business, absolutely not. It's never going to happen. Like, barking up the wrong tree with that. But you guys haven't been that way. I'm just kind of putting it out there. Everybody loves drama. Come on, we can say we don't, but when dramatic things happen, we're like gnats, and attracted to like a bug zapper, where you're just like, ooh. But I don't know, especially like with being with Steph and everything, and kind of being more so in the public eye than before. I kind of that's a big reason that made me want to switch my channel to what it is now, because just the entitlement and how people think that they can just say whatever and do whatever, and that you owe them something, and that they know everything about your life because of little clips that are compiled together for a vlog. Like, it just started weirding me out. Like, I used to not think about it, but it started getting to a point where it was just freaking me out, man. I was just like, why are people like this? Like, go outside. Like, why are you so obsessed with this? And so that was a big reason that made me want to change the channel to what it is now, to just kind of be more positive and use the stuff that I've been through in my life and maybe help somebody else out along the way. Why did Steffi take a break from YouTube? She was just burnt out. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think you guys realize just how mean people are to her whenever she posts. Whether it be on she can post anything, whether it's an Instagram story, a post, a YouTube post. Dude, people just send her the worst things. Like, if you would ever see her messages or the emails she gets from like weird people around the world, dude, it's crazy. And so it just completely burned her out on kind of being out in the public eye. And I completely understood that, because man, if I had to deal with what she has to deal with on a constant basis, I probably wouldn't do this. I would just be like, man, this is not worth it. I'm out. Like, I'm done. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to scroll up. I just saw a question I was going to answer, and now it's vanished. Where are you at? Where are you at? I wish the chat on YouTube wasn't as small as it is. Like, on Twitch, it's way easier to read. This, I'm squinting. I'm about to have to put on my glasses, and y'all are going to see hardcore Nerd Morgan come out. Okay, well, I can't find what I was about to answer, so I apologize. Let's see. Do I have a car that I'm wanting next? I'm not really a car guy, so I don't I don't look at any certain thing. The main thing that I want is like either like hatchback or an SUV type thing, because I just need something bigger to like transfer gear in. And then I want to do a lot more like hiking and kind of adventure content. And so I just want to be able to like throw a mattress in there and drive, you know, load up Ember and we can go. And you just can't do it over, you can't do it in a 2000 Impala. My Twitch is twitch.tv/cystic1 with a cystic with a K, kind of like what it used to be on YouTube, or not kind of. It's exactly what it used to be on YouTube. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, we definitely have lost weight. It's funny because after, you know, we could never gain weight prior to Trikafta, and then Trikafta came out and I ballooned up to 190 pounds. Like, it was not a good look. I had big old boobies, big old man boobies, and that was just not a good look for me. So I have, like, between jiu-jitsu and just, I wouldn't say I eat better because I still don't eat that good. I just kind of watched it a little more. I've managed to slim down because, like, my comfort weight for my height is between 145 and 155. Like, that is my space that I operate in because it makes me feel the best. It makes me fast. It makes me, like, I still have strength, and that's kind of meaning in jiu-jitsu and all that. But any like lower than that, no, and any higher than that, I can't do it. Even when I was working out and I was really muscular when I was living in San Diego, and I was like 163 or 165, but I was like really like, it was mainly size because I lived right next to a gym. So I was just working out nonstop. I looked good, but I still didn't necessarily feel good because it may be different now, but the weight at the time on my lungs, like I could feel it. Like that was the weirdest thing is back then before Trikafta, if I could gain weight, because I would have these random spurts to where I was able to put on weight and then I would just lose it all again. But if I got too much on, it's like I couldn't breathe. And that might be like how it is for most people, but for me it was worse. Yeah, it was a mean dad bod. How am I dealing with making ends meet now that we're not sharing expenses? Ramen noodles, rice and beans. That's how I'm dealing with it right now. Thank you, Kay. I've actually thought about getting a Subaru, but I mean, I've heard that there's like two sides of where people are saying that they're really bad cars and the other people say they're great cars. I honestly don't care what the brand is. I just want something with good gas mileage and that has space. That's it. That's my only criteria. Do I prefer Twitch over YouTube? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because here I've talked about it, but Twitch is a lot less strict about things like with music and things like that, and just with the stuff you can do. I don't know. It's a lot less kind of stressful in a way. But I'm going to get back into doing both. Because I know like the people that follow me on YouTube want to like watch lives, and a lot of them don't want to get a Twitch account and deal with that. So yeah, I'll switch it up. Sorry that was so loud, but thank you for following me on Twitch. That's my Twitch notification when someone follows me. No way, it would be so boring if I stuck to Twitch. Like, I have such an amazing, or stuck to YouTube. I have such an amazing community on Twitch, and all of my friends are on Twitch, and I don't know, I just love it over there. Like, I absolutely love what I've built on Twitch, and I'm actually, Twitch gave me the... Thank you for following again. But Twitch gave me like the thing to where I was like, I want to make my YouTube channel more in line with how my Twitch is, of how it's a community. And I made the change. Okay, Audrey. So many follows. Thank you, Nick Papa, for following me on Twitch as well. I stream way more on Twitch than I do on YouTube. Like that's for sure. Because I mean, I'm like, I'll do the lives here of like just chatting, things like that. But I feel like with the way that my channel's set up now, and especially what I'm trying to do there, you know, I want the channel just to be like positivity and everything. And I feel like it would be weird to throw gameplay in there, like me on Call of Duty, like screaming at people. I feel like that would kind of mess up the vibe. I feel like people would watch one of my videos and be like, wow, that's so nice. And then if I'm streaming live on YouTube, they're going to get on there and I'm just yelling at somebody. They're going to be like, what is going on? Yo, Nightmare, thank you for the follow. I'll eventually make some new merch. Like the stuff that Steph designed for me is probably going to be it for a while, just because I really don't have any money to have someone design something for me right now. We are driving the struggle bus until about May. Travis, exactly. That's how it would be. But it's like an interesting thing that I've thought of, because I feel like when people are a certain way on the way that they present themselves on the internet, they feel like they can't be any other way. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm putting out, you know, the content that I put out now, some may call it like hippie motivational stuff. That's what someone's told me that before. And then if you see me on Twitch, I feel like people might think it's weird, but you can totally still want to like help people out and put out content, you know, about your life that wants to help other people, and you can still rage at video games and still be crazy and fun and all that. Like, I feel like nowadays people feel like they have to wedge themselves into this certain type of person, and like if you branch out of that at all, then that's not right. You have to fit your brand, your public image. And I just don't. I'm just me, man. Like, love me, hate me, whatever. Like, I'm just me. Like, I can be very introspective and spiritual. Oh, man, thank you so much for the sub, California. Street Sharks. But at the same time, I can go out and act a fool and scream at the TV watching wrestling. And so it's all about a balance, you know? I feel like too many people feel like, why are these still flashing? That they just have to be a certain way or fit a certain type. Especially when it comes to content creators, man. It's like, I don't know. Why are they still flashing? I can just never be that way to where I have to fit in like a certain mold or brand. And actually, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. And I think the boys need water because they keep coming back and giving me the stare. What are you eating? What are you eating? Let me see. What do you got? Why are you eating paper? Gross. But okay, I'm gonna answer these because there's some good questions right here too. Like is Steffi the reason for your spiritual awakening and all that? And that's like a really good point. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then I will answer that. Be right back. So the boys did need water because they drank all of their water, but they also really had to pee because they've drank all of their water. So they're outside right now. Give me like 2-3 minutes or something. Let me get them back in, and then I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. The boys now have more water. It's mainly Ollie. He drinks so much water because he stays hot all the time. Ember, you can't have my gum. Go on somewhere. All right, let me scroll back up and reread this again. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different reasons for that, but Steph is definitely one because she taught me a lot about myself and kind of gave me the confidence to be who I really, really wanted to be, because I feel like a lot of my life I kind of put on an act in a way. Not really an act, but like I've always had a lot of like feminine energy, and I always tried to be very loud and not really macho, but kind of suppress that and suppress my eccentricness, I guess you would say. And after Tricafta came out and getting with Steph, like, I don't know, I just really it made me start really thinking about my life and just how I wanted to be now, because, with just this limitless possibility in front of me. So I definitely owe a lot to her as to like why how I am now, because I have changed a ton just in the last. Tricafta came out at the end of 2019. And so like within the last 3 years or something like that, man, I don't feel like the same person. And that's not a bad thing at all, because I feel like people end up getting stuck and they don't necessarily enjoy who they are, but they feel like they're almost being fake if they change, I'm still the guy that I was. Like, I still like, being crazy and acting a fool and jumping off things through tables and, all that. But I've really kind of learned to embrace just, I guess, my spirituality and just my outlook on life, and I guess really lean into the feminine qualities I have, and realize, I don't have to act a certain way. I don't have to be a certain way or put up any sort of like front or anything like that. And she definitely helped me with that, because I'd already started, like, I was already really getting introspective after Tricafta came out, but meeting Steph kind of pushed it forward. And she's the one that found the therapist that I'm going to now, the guy who does the EMDR, and man, that's been life-changing. Like, that's a huge thing too, is the EMDR, of just how free it's made me. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is I've always had the mental illness and all of that, and it's just bogged me down. And like with the SSRIs and the medications and the therapists and the psychiatrists, like I just kind of felt stuck for a long time. And then after I've been going to this guy who does EMDR, I just feel so free. Like the world is at my fingertips. And it's not one of those things like normally when I feel this way, like how I've been feeling lately about my life, I'm just like, oh shit, I'm going manic. Like I'm getting one of those manic highs, and then that low is going to come and take my legs out from underneath me, and it's going to be bad. Like anytime I start having a good headspace, that's how it's always been. But now it's just like, I just imagine this is how a lot of people are, you know, it's just enjoying life, enjoying existing, just looking outside right now, like just looking at the sky and the trees and the sunset and all that. Like it's fucking beautiful, man. And I don't know, I just feel like I couldn't really appreciate things for a long time just because of issues that I was dealing with, trauma that I had, and then CF on top of it. And so yeah, I'm so grateful for Steph and for the therapy, and I'm glad that someone says that I seem a lot different than I was, because that's what I want to do. Like I always want to be growing as a person and changing and, you know, kind of finding my true self. And I feel like I'm on the path now. Like I love the person that I am today. And I don't know if I've ever really loved myself. I've always had a lot of self-doubt and a lot of hate for myself and a lot of guilt that I've carried around. And being able to finally let those things go and just be okay with just existing, man, it's crazy. Like it's absolutely crazy, but I love it. Definitely, Abigail. Definitely less angry, because I've always been a pretty friggin' angry person, not in a way of like taking anger out on other people or like abusive anger, but I was just mad at the world, mad that my friends were dead, mad that things had happened, like just mad at circumstances that I had no control over throughout my whole life. Like, and so I just held on to that, and so I would just redirect that anger back at me, and it was just, you know, you can't, anger just breeds more anger, and that's how it is. And so I feel like I was just like a really miserable person, and from the outside you would have never guessed it. You would never guessed it in 1,000 years, because I've learned how to put on the poker face with the best of them. But now I'm not putting on, I don't have to put on the poker face. Like it's just me. Like I'm just free, and I still have so much work to go on myself. Like so much more stuff that, you know, I want to tackle and growth I want to do. But for the first time ever in my entire life, in my entire 31 years of existence, I just feel happy. Like I feel okay. Like when things go bad now, just like when my camera broke, or earlier when my washing machine blew up, little things like that, because I was always shouldering so much. Like I always had so much on me at one time. I would just have freak out attacks, like just straight panic attacks, anxiety attacks. My day was ruined, down in the dumps. But now, I don't know. I'm just like really just appreciating being alive, which I don't think I've ever done, and just enjoying life and whatever it brings my way. And that's not to say that everything's gonna be good all the time, because that's just, if you think that's just kind of dumb. You know, not everything's gonna be good, but there's a lot more good than there is bad for the first time in pretty much my whole existence. So I'm really digging it and really loving it. And that's, you know, that's why I've changed the channel to what it is, because hopefully that someone watches it, you know, even if it's just one person who stumbles across that video and it gives them that kind of motivation, or just, you know, that hope to make a change. That's what it's all about. So yeah, sorry, that was a really long answer, but I felt like that question deserved a detailed answer. So I know you guys were asking questions while I was yapping, so let me scroll back up real quick. You mentioned about new video movie styles. Would you tell us more? It's hard to explain it really, but I don't know, like just think of like short films to where it has a narrative. It's not just me sitting there talking, and it's not just random stuff. It's thought out, it's well thought out and shot, but it'll be like I'll be doing like voiceover stuff above it, and it's basically gonna not necessarily gonna be my spoken word pieces. I will be doing some of my spoken word stuff over top of it, but it's just another way for me to express myself, because I feel like the way that I do the videos now, I like it, but again, talking kind of gets boring sometimes. So I want to be able to put these visuals with the words that I'm speaking, but have it really well produced. And I also have an actual short film, like not just a YouTube video, but a short film that I've been writing for a while. It's called A Girl Named Lost, and I don't know when that's going to get off the ground, because I know nothing. This would have to be an actual production. Like, I need sets, I need people who know how to light way better than I do, all of that, but I'm going for it. Like, it's gonna get made. It's not gonna be one of those things that just sits in my notebook forever. Like, it's gonna get made. I just have to kind of work up to it, and that's what I'm doing with these kind of newer videos I'm gonna be putting out with the more cinematic stuff. It's basically almost building up a resume in a way, because I want people, like, it's still going to be the same thing of wanting to help people out and inspire people, but I'll also be able to, like, tell people, hey, go check out my channel, see what I'm talking about, see what I'm capable of, and then, you know, hopefully I can bring some people into the fold that we can kind of team up and make something awesome. I don't know how long it'll take, but it's going to happen. Like, I'm speaking it. I've been speaking it out there. It's going to happen, damn it. One way or another. What up, Cal? Hold on, I don't know. Does the sound still work on YouTube? Do I still have it on here? Oh yeah, it's still on there. Now, the anger is such a useless emotion thing. I have to kind of disagree with that, because while letting anger control you is very useless, but if we look at any emotion that we feel, anything that we feel, and we demonize it, we say that this is, you know, I don't want you here. I don't know, it just creates this kind of expectation to where, all right, if we say anger is a useless emotion and we look at it negatively, anytime we get angry, subconsciously, we're going to be beating ourselves up because we let ourselves succumb to anger. But the thing about it is, anger is a common human emotion. Like, I don't care who it is. Go to your favorite spiritual influencer, the one who's always posting positivity, all of that. They still get mad about stuff. They're just not posting about it, because it's a human thing. And that's another thing my therapist has been helping me with, is really, we basically do a thing to where we kind of do this visualization to where I'm in a room, and whatever I'm focused on today, like whatever the emotion is, the feeling is, we let those into the room, but we let these other emotions know that they're still welcome, but they kind of have to stay through a door. You know, they can be looking in and kind of give their opinions on things, but they can't be there. They can't control what I'm doing. And that's really, really been a help, because we can't look at any emotion we feel as a horrible thing, because that just sets us up for failure. Oh, you're very welcome, Claire. I'm glad you enjoyed the video and it's helped you out. Pammy, would I say my dreams have come true? Some of them, yes. Not all of them, no. I have so much more that I want to do and that I can do now. That's the craziest thing. I can do it. There's no life expectancy. You know, I'm not going to kill over. Yeah, I mean, granted, I could go out and get hit by a bus or something like that happen, and that's whatever. Like, you can't live life worrying about that all the time, but I have so much that I want to do and that I want to kind of leave as, I don't know if you'd call it my legacy, because that kind of feels a little egotistical, but you guys know what I'm saying. Just stuff that I want to leave behind when I'm gone. And I don't know. I'm just excited about the future, which is so weird for me. Like just saying it and actually believing it, not just saying it and kind of just bullshitting it. It's pretty wild. Exactly, Jessica. Sometimes you just have to let it out. Like let it come through, acknowledge it, let anger know that it is valid, but it's not going to control you. It's not going to control the situation. Opinion on Cuphead, the game? No, that game, I have no opinion on it. That game is the devil. It is the absolute devil. Did you or Steffi ever get the coronavirus? No, I did not. I got super sick. Like I got so sick, and then Steph got it and she got insanely sick. And man, we were both horrible. Her more so than me because her lungs are a little worse for wear than mine. But no, we both got tested multiple times. No Rona. So I don't know what we got, but it was terrible. My beard is pretty fire. Thank you. I really don't know what I'm doing with it. I've just kind of let it go. And it's just kind of doing its thing right now. I'm just waiting on my hair to get long again. That's my biggest thing because I'm growing this mess out again because I'm tired of haircuts and short hair. So I'm just ready for this to get long enough to where I can have my glorious Thor hair back. But it's getting there slowly but surely. Do I still fear the rug getting pulled out from under you? Somewhat, but not as bad. Not as bad as it was because I talked about it in a video. You know, you can't constantly expect for bad things to happen and then anything good to come with it, because I used to just tell myself that if I expect something bad to happen, if I expect, you know, just nothing but negativity, whenever something bad happens, I won't be bummed out. But that was such a lie, because even if I told myself something really bad was going to happen and then it did happen, fun fact, I was still bummed about it. So it served me whenever I was younger and whenever I was in the hospital. Like it did help at one point, but the thing is we outgrow these coping mechanisms and eventually things just don't work for us anymore like they used to. And that's where I had to get with that, because just constantly expecting everything to go bad, I feel like I wasn't leaving any room for things to go good. I wasn't leaving any room for like happiness, or I could never enjoy anything. Like I could never enjoy anything positive that was happening to me, because in the back of my head, I was always like, don't get comfortable. This is going to go away. Do not get comfortable. And I feel like with that mindset that I probably cost a lot of things in my life, like a lot of good things that have happened to me and a lot of opportunities. It was easy to blame other people for it and other circumstances and everything, but I feel like a big part of it was me, just because I was always so negative to myself, and I would never fully dive into something and really live up to my potential or my expectations in a situation, because in the back of my head, I was always telling myself that it's going to go wrong or I'm not good enough or something like that. And now I'm not. What amount of money would make me extremely happy? And then money only creates temporary happiness. You know, I mean, I agree to that. I agree with that to a point, but I mean, I grew up on, you know, on food stamps and welfare and Section 8 and all of that stuff due to CF, and so money definitely helps out. It makes you less stressed. We'll say that. Maybe not happy, but less stressed. But if I could get any amount of money, to make me happy, let's see. Honestly, but hold on, I have to explain it. $1 million. And I know everyone's going to be like, Jesus, what do you need $1 million for? Not for me. Like if I had $1 million, like first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give so much money to the amazing people that I know. I'm going to buy my mom a house. I'm going to pay it off. And she's super sick. So I'm going to buy her the best care to where she basically never has to do nothing. She's going to have a maid. She's going to have everything she could ever want at her fingertips and have zero stresses ever. And I don't know how much that would cost. I would get her a car, do the same thing, pay it off. I would get me a car, pay it off. I'd probably buy myself a house also. And the thing is, like, when I say house, like, I don't mean anything crazy. I don't even need 2 stories. Like, just like this house right here. If I owned something like this, like 3 bed, 2 bath, has a garage, that is all I need. That is all I need. And then, you know, maybe get some more camera gear, but a majority of it, like, I would donate, like, just give away to people. Cause I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I don't make a lot of money now, and I still do that. Like, if I roll up to a homeless person with a sign or something, like, I give them what I got. And that's not like a pat on the back type of deal or anything like that. But I just, you know, we just don't do that enough as a society. I feel like we always, you know, people will always be like, oh, well, if you give that person money, they're going to go use it for drugs. Okay. What if they use it for drugs? So what? So what? Why, what gives you the right to judge someone? Like, because the way I look at it is, you don't know what got that person there. You don't know what trauma they went through to end up in that position. And a lot of people, like a lot of homeless people now, are veterans that the system failed. So that's why, like, I just give where I can, you know, like, and if I had even more money, I would just give even more away. Cause that's just, I don't need a lot of money. That's the thing. Like, if I have like $5,000 in my bank account, I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, man, I'm set up for life. So yeah, I would totally, like, I would love to have like $1 million, because then I would be able to buy and give all the people that I want to give the life that I know they deserve. And then that would probably, after I was done with all that, that would probably leave like 250K, maybe, depending on the price of things, left over for me. And then I'd get me a little house, set some aside, just, you know, get a car, make sure I have some set aside, so if anything happened to the animals, they were taken care of. And yeah. Actually, you know, I would probably, like, as far as getting a house, I would get like a smaller house, but with a lot of land. And then I would just go to like shelters and just empty them out. They would just be like, what dog, you know, what animal do you want? And I would just be like, yes, all of them. And then I would just have all this space and this kind of sanctuary for animals to go to and just roam, you know, whether it be cows, chickens, whatever. You know, they're not going to be milked. They're not going to be slaughtered. They're just going to get to live out their life, just grazing and wandering and doing animal things. That's the dream. That would be the dream. Same cat. Like, I'm super, super low maintenance. Now, I don't know about a tiny house, because like I still need some space, and I respect the hell out of people that do like tiny house living, but they kind of give me anxiety too, because I'm also kind of a messy person. Like, well, let me specify. I have to have space to be messy. Like, the living room and like the main areas of the house, bathrooms and all that, keep them clean and they look like they're straight out of a magazine. But like this, my office, as you guys can see back here, this is a cluster, but it's just like I have to have space to just kind of throw things around and be messy and be creative. Like, that's all this room is. It's just like the creative room of insanity. You know, whether I want to build Legos, play guitar, write, draw, paint, dance, lift weights or whatever, like I have to have a room like this to where I can just throw everything in there, and it kind of looks like a bomb went off, but I enjoy it. Somewhat, I'm a little bit of a pack rat as far as holding on to things that are sentimental to me, so they got to go somewhere. What's up, Meme? How's it going? Yeah, it is. 'Cause I mean, even like van life, like, it's fun. It's awesome, but it kind of sucks too. You know, it definitely sucks. Oh, hey, my mom's in the chat. Hold on, where's the DJ sound button? Oh, here it is. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Everyone say hello to my mom, Nita B. That is her. Hello, mother. I definitely still want a van eventually. Would I ever live in one full time? I don't think so, but would I like one to where I could like load up Ember and go and be able to stay in it for like a couple months at a time to hike and do all this stuff and kind of run like a production studio out of it? And especially if I had like the podcast, be able to interview people and all that, that would be the goal for that. But would I ever live out of a van full time? Probably not, because just living out of the van full time with animals, I know people do it, but I just don't think that's fair to them if they don't enjoy it. Because I mean, it's just like Ollie, like he doesn't enjoy van life, and that's fine, and that's why he's kind of hanging out here. And Ember would not enjoy it either, because Ember is the most anxiety-ridden dog in the world. And some people may be like, hey, like, you know, dogs will get used to it, or animals will get used to it, but I don't want to have an animal stay stressed out until they eventually just get broken down so much from it. They're just like, well, this is my life. Like, the animals are more important than anything to me. So I would never move into a van full time. Oh, you saw my housing ad on Asheville Riff Raff? Oh, what's up? Wow, that traveled far. How can you get meds in van life? There's like all of my medicine that I get comes from mail order pharmacies. So you can have them shipped really anywhere. Like, and I know people pretty much in every state in the US, so you just get them shipped wherever. Yo, John, what's up, man? How's it going, brother? Everyone say hello to John, which is hair of the dog. We worked together at Amazon. He was one of my friends that we just bitch to each other all the time about how terrible it is. Am I keeping Ollie full time? No. Like, I'm not gonna discuss what Steph's plans are or anything like that. That's up to her. That is not my business to talk to anybody about. But she'll be getting Ollie back after she does what she's doing. We'll just, I know that's super vague, but like, I know that she's probably like making videos and stuff and all that about it. So I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So, but no, and she still comes and like, she was just over and came and played with him and Ember and took him for a walk today. So like I said, we're still cool. And Ollie, I love the hell out of Ollie. So he's more than welcome to stay here for as long as he needs. Appreciate it, man. Hope things are good for you too. Hopefully you can get something and get out of Amazon. That place will suck the life out of anybody. Do I want to get any more tattoos? Definitely. Like, I have a ton that I want to get, but it's just tattoos cost money. I wish that I was big enough on the internet to where people just wanted to give me tattoos, like for discounted prices. Like, that's one thing, like, people will find Steph that are amazing tattoo artists and they're just like, let me tattoo you. I'll hardly charge you anything. I'm just like, dang it. How do I reach that level? How long did I work there? Between the fulfillment center in Charlotte, Ember just keeps pushing my chair to the side. That's why I'm spinning. And I'm still spinning. But between the fulfillment center in Charlotte and then the delivery center I just worked at, altogether it was like 2.5 years. Can you get unemployment if you leave a job because of a disability? Yes. Tricapta's going fantastic for me. That is such a bummer that you guys still don't have it in Australia. Like, I could go on a long rant and tangent about that and just the pharmaceutical industry and how countries are about these medications, but It's gonna be falling on deaf ears, as we all know. But it's a bummer. It's weird because I always feel awkward about talking about it, like kind of sharing how great it's been for me, knowing that there's people out there that don't have it. It kind of makes me feel like an asshole. What's up from the coast of NC? How's the weather there today? It was wonderful here in the old Smoky Mountains. What tattoo do I want to get? Well, I definitely need to get my hand covered. And there's a couple of ideas bouncing around for that. And then I want to get my throat done and connect it to everything. I have to get this redone or covered, one or the other. And then move on to this arm. I don't know, there's quite a few. I have like rough ideas in my head, but I need an artist to draw them out. What are 3 goals you hope to achieve in the next 2 years? Let's see. Get a new car. Definitely goal number 1 because mine's about to blow up. Start. I'm not going to say finish and get it released, but at least start production on the short film that I'm writing. And then 3. Sorry, there's something. Oh, that's someone in a car that parked on the road. What would be the 3rd? Trying to think of something good. The 3rd would be travel out of the country, because I've yet to do that. I've traveled all over the U.S. I've went everywhere across the U.S. of A, minus Hawaii. But I mean, I've been to Alaska. I feel like most people knock out Hawaii before they knock out Alaska. So I just got to go there, but definitely travel somewhere outside the country. You watched a dolphin? Oh god, that's way better than here. I watched a squirrel today eat out of my bird feeder. That was exciting. Yeah, what's up, Ashley? I can't surf. I think I've talked about this before. I've tried surfing a couple times, and I always thought I would just be great at it because I watched Point Break and Rocket Power enough. I was like, I got this. Surfing is so much harder than it seems. Now, I would love to live somewhere where I could learn, really grind on it and get good at it. But just picking up a board every couple years and jumping on it and expecting to know what you're doing or be decent at it doesn't really work. Yeah, you too. How have you been, Ashley? And I would totally come check out Germany. Apparently I'm German. No one can tell me for sure though. My grandpa says I am, but then they also say that there's Irish. So I don't really know who to believe. One of these days I'm going to get one of those ancestry kits just cuz I really want to know. But I don't know. Oh, awesome, John. Glad to hear that your results were good, dude. Well, enjoy your takeout and the time with your family, brother. Like I told you at work, if you ever need anything, hit me up. I'm just a message away. Even if it's just to bitch about Amazon, because trust me, I love bitching about Amazon. It's like one of my favorite pastimes is bitching about Amazon. What does I just shottied 14 happy dads mean? Because my mind is going somewhere else. I don't really know what that is. Well, funny enough, I have a lot of video from inside Amazon. You're not supposed to record in there, but I recorded in there all the time. Like, I would hide my phone and just record me doing the job. So I definitely have enough footage to release a what it's like to actually work at Amazon video. Oh, dude, you know it. Nothing but bitching at Amazon. Wait, is like a happy dad a drink? Like, are we talking about like a drink or a beer or something? Because when you said that you shottied 14 happy dads, I mean, I'm not going to say what I thought that meant. But let's just say I didn't think that the dad was a drink. I am wearing green. 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 I got green all over at all times. Bezos would ban me from Twitch. Let him. Let him. Is working for Whole Foods the same as working for Amazon? I know that they're technically owned the same, but I haven't heard any horror stories from Whole Foods, but I imagine there's some. I see what you did there, Pim. VTO'd 3 times this week. Yes. Gotta love that VTO. VTO is voluntary time off at Amazon too. So if like if they got too many people there, they're all for VTO, and then you can write your name on the board if you're interested, and then they put your name in a randomizer, which it's not actually random. They just pick their favorites and then send people home. They say that it's random, but I've seen many times that it is not random. John, just the other day, whenever they were doing VTO stuff, a bunch of people had their name on the board, and Jen just walked up and goes, "I want to go home early." And so Abe called out all of the randomized people, but then was just like, "All right, Jen, you're gone." And I'm like, "That's not random. How does she just get to walk up and say she wants to go home?" It's Amazon, but grocery edition. Oh, that's rough. I'm doing good, Ashley Clark. How are you? What is my outlook on rent cost? Bleak. I mean, it's just gonna keep going up. But if you're meaning like the difference, it's definitely more expensive here than in Fletcher. But I feel like this whole area is going up just because people have decided that, okay, Asheville's too expensive. Let's go outside of Asheville. So all these other places outside of Asheville are like, okay, let's crank our prices up too. So unless you go like an hour out in the middle of the boonies, rent's going to be ridiculous. Do they still get paid even if they are sent home? No. Voluntary time off is voluntary time off. So you get to go home early, but you don't get paid for it. So it's always like the double-edged sword and wrestling with like, oh my God, my body has been destroyed from this job and I would really love to go home, but I also need the money. God, it's going to be so nice to work from home now and not have to worry about that. Like, y'all, my finger is broken from Amazon. Like, I still can't bend it. Like, it is all like this finger right here. This, I don't know if you can really tell, but you see how it's kind of like lumpy in the middle, my middle finger, that hump, that's not supposed to be there. Like, that's not how fingers operate. And so it got crushed at Amazon and they were just like, "Are you good?" And I was like, I think so. And they're like, "Okay, keep working." And it's still, I can't even put a ring on this finger because anything that touches right here, like where the bone healed or whatever, dude, it hurts. Like, even when I'm at jujitsu and I'm grabbing hold of people and I have like a tight grip on them, dude, it just shoots pain like through my hand. I think eventually one of these days I'm gonna go get it checked out and maybe get it fixed, but probably not. All right, bye, Mom. Love you. Thanks for coming into my live session. And then I got hit while I was inside the trailer of an 18-wheeler by another 18-wheeler, got thrown against the wall and slammed around, royally screwed up my elbow. And you think anything happened? You think they let me go home or it gave me any time off for that? Absolutely not. And that just happened within like the last, God, what? I don't know. What was that? Like 3 weeks ago? Something like that? When will I make another YouTube video? As soon as I get my new camera, or my camera back. Because if you watch my latest video, like the camera got broken. And so I can't shoot with this camera right here. The weird thing about it is I can have this camera going live streaming. It doesn't overheat. But as soon as I hit record on this camera, I got 5 minutes until it overheats. And I have to wait 20 to 25 minutes before I can restart it again. And if you're trying to shoot and make things coherent, it's hard to like stop talking or have to stop in the middle of your sentence and 20 minutes later come back to it. And then the lighting changes so much just within 20 minutes. So it's difficult. And so like this camera right here too, because it's so old, I can't get the colors and can't make it look as awesome as I like to. Like this one doesn't have 4K or anything like that. And I always shoot in 4K and edit on 1080p timelines because then you have that extra footage so you can get movement in your shots even if you don't have someone else there. So even if you have a still shot, if you're shooting in 4K and you edit on 1080, you still have those edges that are available. So you can make like a what you call it? God, what are they called? I can't even think about it now, but you can basically make the image move and almost, it just adds more motion and more detail to your shots. Sorry, I know most people don't care about camera stuff, but I nerd out about it. This camera that I'm using right here is the Sony a5100, and then the one that I broke and I'm waiting to get back from California after being repaired is the Sony a6400. No, I mean, it is a pan, but like if you have, a keyframe is what it is in editing. So basically like if you have an image here and you want it to pan or whatever, you can just put a keyframe at the top and then at the very end, set a keyframe over here and move the image so it'll move by itself. And it just creates more movement. So it's not just static image. It's especially helpful if you're shooting stuff by yourself and you don't have someone else to help you shoot things, because just still shots can work in things, but if there's not anything going on, you always want there to be some kind of movement to kind of like, I don't know, just make the video more interactive, more interesting. What is something you wish you knew about anything? I wish I knew why hot dog buns and hot dogs have a different count. Like why is there not the same amount of hot dogs as there are hot dog buns in a package? Like it's all a scam. I don't even eat hot dogs, but I want to know why. Like why would you do this? Like why do these companies want to ruin people's lives? Hey man, how much money do you have? Not enough. Will I ever visit Florida? I mean, I've been to Florida tons of times. I used to work down there every year doing the 5K for the foundation. I'll come back eventually. Oh, and shit, I didn't see that T was leaving. Bye, T. If you're still here, sorry. Or if you watch this back. What's my net worth? According to famousbirthdays.com, my net worth is $1.5 million. So take that as you will. It also says I'm one of the most famous YouTubers out there. I don't know who writes these things or how I even ended up on that thing, but yeah. $1.5 million, and I'm the most famous YouTuber ever. Is that do you think it's accurate? I just want you to ask yourself, do you think that's accurate? Hold on a second. The dogs are doing something that sounds suspicious. Give me 1 second. Boys. Okay, sorry. There was a spider, and the boys and the cats were by the wall just terrorizing it, just like smacking at it, and their claws kept hitting the wall. I relocated it outside. I have 3 animals. I got 2 cats and a dog, Ember, and I have Steffi's dog right now, Ollie, who I'm watching because he's not a Van fan and wants brother time. But for me, I have 3. Oh, definitely. Like when I start traveling more, I'll definitely be shooting more content. And again, I talked about it on my channel, but vlogs aren't out of the question. It's not like I'm never gonna vlog again, but I want to make sure that it's got a purpose behind it. Like it's fun and can help someone out. And will there ever be like another vlog that comes out of just me just doing stuff? And like if it's something fun and I think it's kind of entertaining and would like to share it with someone, absolutely, like totally. But I mean, I just can't vlog being around my house all the time. That's just boring. And you obviously can't vlog about CF because CF doesn't really affect me anymore, which is crazy. My neighbor across the street's just staring from his driveway, we're staring at each other right now. I've never talked to this person. Do you want to kiss or something? Oh, now he stopped. That was why. Oh, let me shut the blinds. Sorry, bro. My secret admirer doesn't get to watch anymore. Would I rather fight 10 definitely 10 duck-sized horses. Ducks are mean enough as regular-sized creatures. A horse-sized duck, the whole world is doomed. That thing's gonna take the entire world down. You ever been chased by a duck or a goose? Those things are vicious. Do I ever rock out on stream? Sometimes, like on Twitch, I'll play guitar. It's been a while since I've done it though, but I need to get back into it again. I got to change the strings on a lot of these bad boys. The only ones that's got new strings is the acoustic over there. These electrics. Well, that one is the one that Tom Morello. God, I can't point backwards to save my life. That one is the one that Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine gave me and signed. So that one doesn't really get touched. It just stays up there and nothing happens to that one because that's the baby. And then my Jackson over there, it needs new strings. This is a cheap Chinese Fender knockoff, which I still get use out of it, but it doesn't even have strings on it at the moment. Let's see. What's my favorite movie to watch? I have a lot of favorite movies, but a movie that I watch all the time is Pineapple Express. Love that movie. He doesn't get Pineapple Express. He gets Snickle Fritz. Like, I watch that movie so much. That's just one of my, like, good time movies that I always put on. And I love it. That and The Lost Boys. Those are 2 movies that I probably watch multiple times a year. Let's see. How and why did I meet Tom Morello? So I went to San Diego Comic-Con in, I think it was 2011 or 2012. I can never remember the exact year. And I had a cousin whose friend's mom was Todd McFarlane's, like, basically, like, assistant. And Todd McFarlane, for anyone who doesn't know, is a famous comic book artist. He's the guy who invented Spawn, drew the Spawn comics. And she had a lot of connects. And we got there, and suddenly he got a call, and it was from Nerdist News, and they wanted to know if I would be interested in interviewing Tom Morello about his new comic book. And I was like, okay. So we had to legit run across downtown San Diego from the hotel we were staying at back to the convention center, go in. On the way, I'm on my phone trying to read about this comic because I didn't even know Tom Morello had a comic book out. And so I'm trying to get the stuff going, like reading about it. And then I go back. It was like, he's the nicest human being on the planet. Like legit one of the best people I've ever met. And we started talking. We did the interview and we're also just kind of chatting about it. And he actually had a friend that he grew up with who had cystic fibrosis who passed away. And so we talked about that for a minute. And then he told me to give my address to his assistant so he could send me the run of comics. And I was like, oh, definitely, man. Like, I would love that. And we had talked about guitar playing and everything. And then, like, you know, a month or two later, I got a giant box at my door. And here, I'll show you. And this bad boy showed up. And he signed the back of it. So yeah, that this bad boy showed up, and I don't really touch this at all. Like, the strings actually need to be changed on this thing because they are just terrible. Because I don't, like I said, I just keep strings on it to keep the neck at tension, and I don't touch it. But yeah, like this is the baby. This is like the golden child that I don't touch. Do I hunt? No. I don't have anything against hunters, but I can't do it. I thought hurricane season was over. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Claire. We'll go. Let's see, what time is it? How long have I been live now? Yeah, we'll go probably like 30 more minutes, maybe another hour, just depends. And then that'll be it for this one. But thanks for hanging out, Claire. You can always check out the whole thing on replay, because again, this will be on YouTube after the fact, so you guys can go watch it back. And I know a lot of people asked me to keep it up for the people who didn't get to watch it live. So yeah, it's gonna. I don't know anybody who's gonna sit through 3 hours of a live stream, but it's gonna be up there for anyone who wants to. No, I do not hunt. I pet animals. I don't shoot them. What's the pink light in the? Oh, that's just a lamp with a smart bulb in it. So like I can it's linked to like my channel. So like if anyone like donates or anything like that, the lights change. And it's just set right now to pink. I can set it to whatever I want though. Where is it at? Where's the Yi light? Let's set it to. Okay, well usually it changes, but now I guess it's just not going to change. Oh, I didn't have it. It was still reading the last thing that popped up. That's why. Oh, that's too blue. Don't like that. Don't like that. Let's make it. There we go. That's a little better. All right, Night B. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah, green for St. Patty's. Hold on. Let me go back. Control center. Let's make her green. There we go. Green. All the green. Here, we'll change them. Let me see. I'll switch them all to green. If it'll actually switch and not be difficult for me. Let's see, did that switch? Yeah. All right, now we're green. We're greened up. She was in my Twitch chat the other day. Ashley, as far as Ducky, like she was there. I don't know why. Have you not been able to get in contact with her? Has she vanished? Where can you donate? Well, if you like, you don't. I don't. No one has to donate like at all. Like that's not. Oh, hey, see, look, it flashes when I got a Twitch follow. See, the lights do their own thing. Thank you so much, Jim T. But I don't know if I have the link on here because all my donations go through Streamlabs. But it's I'll put it here. It's always really awkward when people ask me to donate or ask to donate. But if you go to that link right there, it'll pop up. At least that is the link, right? Pam, that is the link, right? Doesn't it just automatically direct you to like redirect to the tip page if you put that in? I like how I don't check these things. I'm just like, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, cool. God, why are they all pink? Like, it's so pink in here now. Go back to the default lights. It's too much. Thank you. Am I still doing the walk in Daytona? No, we don't do that anymore, unfortunately. Yes. Who's my favorite YouTuber? I don't really have a favorite. Like, I watch a lot of creators, but I just kind of bounce around. I don't watch a ton of YouTube though. I mean, I do, but I don't watch like people specific channels. Like I just just watch random things. I collect Funko Pops. Yeah, there's a ton up there you can't really see because of this lens. Who let the dogs out? The Baja Men. What person do I want to see in the future? Like, are we talking about any person or like famous people? Or what category are we talking here? Well, there's 12 right there, and then I have a whole bucket of opened Funko Pops because I only keep the ones that are rare in the plastic. I open the rest of them, but I just don't really have a lot of room. Like I got Edge right here from Rated R Superstar from Edge. And I got we got John Wick here. I got a bunch of random ones. Would I ever hold a group meetup to meet all your followers? Sure, but I don't really know how many people would show up though. I don't think I'm a very big YouTuber or big person on the internet. But I totally would. I meet anybody. I occasionally get recognized out in public and like people come up to me. I got recognized at the gym. Like a guy, like I was in the middle of my set and a guy came up. He's like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry." He's like, "But are you on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my God, I love your videos." I was like, "Oh, thanks." Like I never really know what to say. It's kind of weird. And then I met a person recently, a friend of mine, and I was talking to her, and she was like, "Fun fact, I knew who you were before I knew you. Like I saw your videos." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like it's kind of just amusing or something. Like it does like. It's kind of weird, but I just never really know what the appropriate response is. Like, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a fan, maybe. And for any person that I'd like to see in the future. Probably my friend Tommy again. It's been too long since me and him have hung out. I think we're doing I'm going to go up and help him guide a climb in Alaska in September, so that'll be pretty dope. If I make it and can work it out with work, I will definitely be making videos of that because that's gonna be dope. Has anyone ever asked for your autograph? Yes. Yes, they have. Also weird. Not, and I just kind of, I don't have a signature, so I just scribble things. So it's just like, you just kind of put a big M and then you scribble, scribble, scribble. And then maybe a little message underneath it. No one ever knows. They don't know. They don't know I just made that up on the spot. All right, Haley. Thanks so much for hanging out today. Appreciate you. Pim, you got a cat from me. That's better than you have a living autograph. You have Morgan's cat, or Morgan's grandcat. YouTube sensation, now Morgan Solo, used to be Cystic One's grandcat. That's better than any autograph you could ever get. What kind of dog do you have? Ember is a kind of a mix of Pit Bull, Rottweiler, Doberman, Australian cattle dog, and some other random things. You have a demon? Definitely took after Nebula, because I will say that Bolt is not a demon. He's pretty amazing. So you definitely got the bad one of the litter. But I told you, like, I knew that cat was going to be something fierce. Just like, you can't have a black cat with like crazy blue eyes like that. It just kind of looks like a demon werewolf. And like him not be crazy. Like, I knew he was going to be insane from a kitten. Does he still have blue eyes, or did they change? Cuz I know all of them are born with blue eyes, but some of them stayed. Like, some of the kittens I rehomed, they stayed, but did his stay? I think I've asked you that before, but I forget. All right, Jones, thanks so much for hanging out. Because, dude, he did look badass. Ronan looked badass with his, like, ice blue eyes and his crazy werewolf black fur. Because, like, so, for anyone who's curious about this, Pim is my IRL friend and also my moderator for here and my Twitch. And so when Nebula, my cat, she got out and ended up getting pregnant, I kept one of her kittens, Black Bolt, or I just call him Bolt, who had a lot of lung issues. And I actually had to give him breathing treatments. The same breathing treatments I had to take for CF. Chest PT, do steam showers, hypertonic saline, all of the things that I used to have to take for CF, I had to give this kitten. So me and him bonded. But the one I was going to keep, I named Ronan. And he was this black cat, and I've always wanted a black cat since I watched Hocus Pocus as a kid, right? Always wanted a black cat. But he wasn't just like a fluffy, solid black cat. He had this crazy hair that looked like he just got electrocuted, and there was like little white hairs like kind of thrown in the mix. And the way that they looked, he looked like a werewolf, like straight up. Looked like dude off Harry Potter after he transforms. Like, that's what this cat reminded me of. And I was like, this cat is so dope, but he was a psychopath. Like, he ran around the house like a demon. Like, I knew that cat was going to be a handful. And so after I knew that I was going to have to devote so much time to Black Bolt and his lung condition and all that, then Pim said that she would take Ronan. And so now she has a demon. Oh man, he just looks like a black cat now. He doesn't look like a crazy werewolf anymore. Like he's just like a regular black cat now. Huh. I don't know. I might be able to find a picture of him as when he was younger, but I have so many. We got to do this on my phone because I got so many damn photos on here. Oh my god. I have 14,000 photos on my phone, so you know, I just gotta keep flicking until I find them. Oh wait, here we are. This is when the kittens were kittens. Steffi's doing good. She was just over just a little bit today, or a little bit earlier. Okay, this was him when he was a baby. But like this was Ronan, the cat that Pim has now. And you can kind of see how his fur just looks like a werewolf. And he's got those crazy blue eyes. I know it's a little washed out on here. But he definitely just looked like a crazed, like, tiger werewolf cat. And now he just looks like a regular old cat. What is one place or thing to do in the future? You know what's something I really want to do? I want to do indoor skydiving. I was just I want to actually skydive, but I want to do indoor skydiving. So I would love to do that one day. Like one of my kind of dreams in life is to get my AFF license, which is accelerated free fall, which basically means I can jump out of a plane without somebody on my back and just parachute around and do cool stuff. I would love to do that, but it's expensive because you have to like go through like 5 or 6 different steps, and each step costs like hundreds of dollars. And then if you fail that step, you have to pay again to retake it until you're certified to be able to jump out of a plane on your own. I think that would be so sick, so much fun. I'd be able to get so much content just jumping out of planes. Any suggestions of what to do when just becoming chronically ill as an adult and can't leave the house? Ooh, that's tough because I was kind of always ill and then wasn't, not the opposite. So, I don't know. I spent a lot of time in the house though, because I was just sick all the time as a kid, and I just picked up a lot of random activities. Like I know how to do a lot of random things, like knitting and sewing. Well, not really knitting. I kind of suck at that, but sewing, I'm really good at sewing, which is really random trait to have. Like I write a lot. Obviously, video games were my thing. Like that was my whole world basically. Whenever I was growing up, it was just video games. But you definitely just kind of have to kind of find things to keep your mind busy, because I feel like that's the biggest thing whenever you're chronically ill is, you know, making it like just keeping yourself busy so you're not really focusing on the negatives. Oh yeah, and Legos, obviously. I still build Legos, as you can see behind me. I still have so many sets in the closet too, but I just don't know where to put them. All the sets that I have in the closet are massive. I don't know what I would do with them. I need to get another shelf. Why jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Because why not? I have no idea what my next tattoo will be. I can tell you it'll either be getting this covered up, because this is lasered and ready to be covered, or it'll be getting something on my throat and connecting my neck and my throat together. So it'll either be there or here. I just don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it'll be in one of those 2 locations. Houseplants are also a fun hobby until you kill them. So I was never really into plants, but I've become like plant daddy recently and really love plants. But I also had to learn the hard way about some plants, and, you know, some died. Like, I did not know that bamboo does not like constant light. No one told me that. I thought all plants needed light. So my bamboo I have grow lights over here for these, because I have plants all up here, because I don't have a lot of areas near my windows that I can put plants, and I can't put them out into like the living area or even really in my room, because the cats are plant terrorists and they will destroy them, or either they'll eat them, and you know, most plants are poisonous to cats, so that's not a good idea. So I keep them up there, and I have a grow light up there so they can still get light and grow and be all healthy. And I had the bamboo over there too, and I had the lights on. And yeah, they fried. Like, they turned yellow and crispy, like asparagus. And so I killed those. I need to get some more. Thankfully, they were free, but still, I learned the hard way. No, I haven't gotten any new Legos in a while. When will be my next live? I'm busy. Like, I'm probably going to be busy over this weekend because I'm going to go hang out with some friends and enjoy my last weekend before I start my training for the new job on Monday. But I'll probably go live next week because my hours are going to be Monday through Friday. But training lasts 2 weeks, and training is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then after that, my regular schedule will be 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So there'll be plenty of time to like stream and kind of do whatever I want. Oh, thank you, baby bird. It's weird. Like, I mean, I had to release, it's not up on Instagram anymore because I didn't feel like it needed to stay up forever, but I basically had to release a statement about it. And like, we had to discuss, like, how are we going to do this? What are we going to say? And yeah, it was definitely weird to have like a public relationship like that with like a pseudo YouTube famous person. Like that, it really made me feel bad for celebrities and like, God. And that's like, and obviously us, we're on the low scale of that. Like it was definitely weird. Definitely weird. What is my new job? I'm working for a company that prints like stickers and custom poly mailers and all that. And basically I will be optimizing design. So it's kind of in graphic design. So people will send the design in and I'll tell them that, hey, this is good, or hey, you need to correct this, or either they'll ask me to correct it for them and then make it optimized for printing. Kind of like this. Like I had to, they send you stuff so you can buy the product so you have some. And look, so I made some Ember magnets. So I have a ton, hey, focus. So I have a ton of magnets of Ember's face. And I also have rolls of Ember packing tape for whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I think all the holographic Ember stickers are like in my bag somewhere. Yo, singing dust, do it. Because I did the exact same thing. I would always tell myself, like, yo, I don't have... Because the main thing about me is I've been doing, like, messing around with Illustrator and Photoshop and Premiere and all these apps since I was a kid. Because, again, I didn't have a lot to do growing up because I was sick. So I learned how to crack programs very young and hack them and get them for free. I don't do that anymore, just in case Adobe or anyone on here is watching. I can send you the receipt for all of my programs. But I did that as a kid, and I just started learning how to use them, like, and started doing all this. And so I needed, like I felt like I wasn't good enough because I didn't have a degree in it. I didn't have all of this crazy experience or a piece of paper that said, hey, like, check out, this is the skills that I have. But I've always, like, I've been around people who went to school for graphic design and, like, Photoshop editing and stuff like that. And I've been able to do stuff that they can't. And they're always just like, how do you do that? And maybe the way that I do things is a little kind of longer and maybe is a little out of the way, but it's just how I learned to do it. And so finally, when the job listing came open, I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to apply and I'm going to go for it. And damn it, I got it. So definitely go for it. Go for it. Because listen, the worst thing they can say is no. But the thing is, you'll never know unless you apply. So like if they say no, then you're just like, okay, build up the portfolio more, get your skills up. Eventually you'll get it. But like if you don't apply, the answer is still no. So that's the thing. It's either an official no, or you just never apply and then it's still no, or there's a chance you get it. And then you're going to be like, well, holy shit. Have I ever seen the Northern Lights? Unfortunately, no. Like, whenever I go up to Alaska in September with Tommy, apparently the Northern Lights are really popping then, so I'm stoked. I will tell you 100% if I see the Northern Lights, I will cry my eyes out like a child. and I will not care at all, because that's just one of those things to where I feel like it's just going to overwhelm me emotionally. What are my plans for the weekend? I'm just gonna hang out with people, get out of the house. I don't really have any money to do anything right now because I'm like paying all of this rent and stuff by myself currently, so I'm just gonna kind of go out, hang out with some people, just be social. Let's see. Do I feel like microdosing mushrooms helped my mental health, and am I still doing it? Absolutely, 100%. I talked about it a little earlier in this live stream, but I'll be making a video about microdosing and just how much it's helped me. And kind of going back to that question I answered earlier about like the spiritual awakening thing and kind of what's made me get to the point I am now, microdosing psilocybin mushrooms, 1000%. I cannot speak enough about it. I'm on no antidepressants, none. Like I'm no SSRIs, no anti-anxiety, no antidepressant, no nothing. I'm completely off everything. Only thing I microdose, like I'll do like 3 days on, 4 days off. And then after, like I only have to do it for, you know, like I'll do it for like a month and then I'll be good for months after that. Like just absolutely amazing with it. So I can't speak highly enough about it. That's another thing I have to thank Steph about because she's the one that kind of turned me on to it. And it has been a game changer in my life. Like I never thought I was going to be able to get off antidepressants and stuff for like my mental illness, because as soon as I got off it, my head just got so loud, like so damn loud. And with this, I don't know, it just makes everything okay. Like it's weird. Like I feel like mushrooms, like kind of I was already doing like introspective work and kind of working on myself, but I feel like once I started microdosing, that's when it really took off, because it allowed me to really dive deep and be able to process things a lot easier. What is my favorite tattoo? It's this lightsaber right here on my hand. One of my friends with CF, Erin, she passed away, and she took me out for my birthday, and we both got tattoos, and I got this lightsaber right here. So this is definitely my favorite tattoo out of all of them that I have. Does Steffi do tattoos? No. She's done like some stick and poke, because she has her cat thing. Like I know you know what I'm talking about if you follow Steffi, her little cat face thingy that she's done on people. But I've told her, I'm like, dude, you need to get into tattooing, because I don't see how she does art the way that she does art. The way that she can just see things and how she understands like the lighting and how to make this and how to do that. Like I've watched her paint and draw, and it blows my mind. Like I do not understand it. So I've told her she should get into tattooing because she could make so much money. How do I afford insurance? I just pay for it. Like I get it through, like right now it's through my job with Amazon, and I'm going to have marketplace insurance for a month until my insurance kicks in with the new job. But yeah, I just get it through my work. And but when I haven't been able to get employer insurance, you can get health insurance through the marketplace. And if you make less than, I think it's $50,000 or $40,000, I'm not sure the exact amount, so don't hold me to that. You can get tax credits, which makes it even cheaper. So that's how I've always done it. I get Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they've always been amazing. Can I do a live stream about microdosing? I mean, I don't know if a whole live stream, there's enough information there. I'm definitely making a video about it, though. I was actually in the middle and in the process of making that video when my camera broke. So it's going to be out eventually. But again, I'm having to like make sure that I word everything to where YouTube doesn't hit me with a strike. They're not like, oh my God, you're promoting the drugs. But other people have made videos about it. So I just have to be careful about it. Does she freehand her paintings? Yes. Yeah, just go to healthcare.gov for the insurance stuff, and you can browse plans. And remember that you have to fill out the application, and you can use as much or as little tax credits as you want. Like before I got this job, I think I was paying $60 a month for insurance because I was eligible for like a couple hundred in tax credits. Oh, it's under 50? All right, cool. Then yeah, under 50. Am I going to watch the new Batman movie? I want to, but I don't really have anyone to go with because I don't know anybody in Asheville. Like I got no like friends here really. I know Steffi, and then I got like 2 people that I know, but I don't know if they're really into like Batman. So I'll most likely end up watching it when it comes out on streaming or something like that. But I do want to go see it. I've heard it's really good. I don't want to go by myself. I've been to so many movies by myself, and I'm just always like, because after I watch it, I want to talk to someone about it because I'm just a film nerd. So I'm always like, yo, like we got to talk. And after you go by yourself, it's so depressing because you're leaving the movie theater and all the people are spilling out into the concourse talking about the movie with their friends, all hyped up, and there's me just like, hey guys, you wanna talk about it? You wanna be my friend? Yeah, I'm doing good, Rachel. Like it's been rough, as you know, all breakups are, but I mean, it was a mutual thing. There's no hate there. There's no dislike. There's no drama or anything like that. It just one of those things that things just didn't work out like was planned. But yeah, I'm good. Everything is really good actually, which is strange to say because usually I'm always stressed about something or something's bugging me. Yeah, I have CF clinic. Like, my next one is scheduled for April, and that will be my first clinic in 6 months. So I basically go every 6 months now. And if it continues to like go like it is, maybe push it to like every year. The only thing is you still have to get like the blood work, and the CFF needs all of your information about Trikafta and all that, because if you don't get that done, then they won't refill your prescription. So I have to go at least every 6 months now to make sure the blood levels are good and all that kind of stuff. How did I come up with Ember's name? There's a show called The Magicians. It is an amazing show, but it will ruin your life and make you cry buckets upon buckets upon buckets upon buckets and make you depressed for like a month like it did me. But there's like a god in that show. His name is Ember, and he's kind of a nuisance and a bit of an asshole. And Ember as a puppy was kind of a nuisance and a bit of an asshole. So I named him Ember. Isn't that right, Ember? Ember. What? Oh yeah, definitely. Like I eventually, like if money allows it, I want my whole body to be covered. Like get like everything. Like I'm eventually gonna get another face tattoo also, because I mean I had a face tattoo before face tattoos were cool, damn it. And which I got it removed because after a while it's just kind of boring, but I'm definitely planning on tattooing way more. What is the hardest Lego set I ever built? Oh God. What would you say, Pim? Was it the R2? It wasn't R. No. Mario. Oh God, I forgot. This bastard Mario up here. Yeah, that one is the one that almost drove me to the end of my sanity. Hold on. So the thing about this Mario right here, it's the bricks on it. You can't really tell. I don't know how well you can tell from this, but they're mini bricks. So they're like, some of these pieces are smaller than a fingernail. Like, I know it kind of looks like regular Legos here, but they're so small on this. And this thing was such a pain in the ass. The instructions were the worst instructions in the world. And this right here is like 3,000 or 5,000 pieces of just tiny little bricks. And yeah, this thing almost drove me, like it almost got smashed so many times. Like I wanted to build it and then smash it. But I didn't. And he just lives in infamy. God, this thing, I kind of forgot about him. But yes, this was such a pain in the ass. That's actually a good idea. Because those mini bricks, that's the hardest thing, is holding on to them, because like I don't have any of my bricks out right now. But the mini bricks are basically, if you put like how Lego just has the single brick pieces to where it's just one little boop on it. Like if you put a mini brick, you can put it on your pinky and it's just like a little dot. Like these pieces are stupidly small. Can I give the pups a treat even though we aren't on Twitch? Sure. Let me go get some treats and we'll have puppy treat time. Hold on, I gotta go get them. I know you heard treat. All right, y'all get like over here. No, not in the chair. Not in the chair. You'll fall. There we go. Okay. Sit. Good boy. Paul. Good boy. Speak. No, that's not speak. 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 Good boy. All right, now you, Paul. Don't climb on Ember. Paul, not dummy, not you, Paul. Good boy, Ollie. That's the only trick that Ollie really knows. There you go. All right, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom again really quick. I've drank so much water today, and then I will get back to answering your questions. So give me 1 second. Alrighty. Yeah, Ollie will do that. Like, he'll just sometimes boop Ember on the head, just kind of swat him. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, Maria. Marie, not Maria. Sorry, I have a friend named Maria. I'm glad they can help. Yeah, that's the only trick that Ollie knows is just Paul. And that took a long time. Like, Ollie is, I love him to death, but Ollie is as dumb as a box of rocks. Like, he does not pick up on things. I've tried clicker training with him, all sorts of stuff, and he'll just kind of like just turn his head and just be like, huh? What? Like, the only reason he learned Paul is because I made Ember do Paul over and over in front of him, and I would only give Ember a treat, and Ollie would be like, huh, why am I not getting a treat? Till eventually he realized that he started putting his paw up, and I was like, oh, good boy, and I'd give him one. So then he learned how to give the paw. That was a long process to get that accomplished. Have I seen the 100? Yes, that was such a great show until the final season, and then it took a giant dump. In my opinion, at least. If you like all the seasons and even the finale and how it ended, awesome. But yeah, the ending for me was meh. Ollie's a good trier. He does his best. Like, I feel like they spent so much time on the 100. Like, things would seem magical and, you know, out of this world and really fantasy based, but then they would reel it back and be like, no, this is what's causing it. And then you're like, oh shit, that's awesome. I don't know what happened with that last season. They were like, you know what? Let's just completely jump the shark on this and just go off the deep end. Let's just go crazy. My favorite Lego to do? What was my favorite? I have a Kylo Ren ship right here. That was really fun. Yeah, that was probably my favorite that I've done recently, is that one right there. Do I use shampoo on my beard? Yes. What do I want to accomplish next? Definitely getting the production going on, like, kind of these short film ideas I have, and getting the production going on the actual short film, like, big production idea that I have. But that's going to be baby steps. And getting the podcast off the ground. That's like the three: getting the video content that I have in my head out, and getting the podcast started. Those are kind of like the things I'm grinding on this year. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I'm glad you enjoy it. I've been doing good, Kendra. How are you? And am I doing anything this weekend? Yeah, I'm just going to hang out with some friends. Or either friends are going to come hang out here. Something that doesn't involve spending money, because I have none of that. Yeah, no, like I'm not. I've probably had 5 actual relationships and girlfriends in my life. Like, I don't really date lightly. And then after this past thing, like, I'm just focused on myself. I don't want that. I don't want any relationship or anything like that. And I just don't want that energy. Like, I'm focusing this year on doing the work on me and really just focusing on myself, because I've never done that. I'm always kind of worried about other people or putting energy in places that it shouldn't be. So this year is all about Morgan, which is weird because I've always felt like that was like a selfish thing, but starting to learn that it's very important for self-care and focusing on yourself and self-love. Oh, bye, Samantha. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. I don't see how people like serial date. Like they get in a relationship for a couple months, break up, and then like get right back into another one. That's just exhausting. Like, I mean, if it makes someone happy and that's their path, then obviously no hate there. But for me, like I just can't do that. My FEV1 the last time I went to the doctor, which I know it was in Steph's video, but I didn't post a video about it. But my FEV1 was, I can't remember the exact number. Hold on, I can pull it up because I'm pretty sure I posted it, didn't I? Yes, I did. My FEV1 at my last clinic visit was, come on, where are you at? Where's it at on this piece of paper? 101%. And my FVC was 118%. Pretty crazy. Well, thank you, Rachel. I'm trying. It's definitely been a change, like kind of just giving love to myself because I've never done that, but I feel like it's paying off. Like I don't know, it just life is, I mean, I just talked about it earlier. Life's kind of awesome now, which is strange. Yeah, my lungs are basically normal now. Which a big thing that I want to do next, and I've been trying to get my doctors to do, but we can't get insurance to approve it, is I want to get my sweat test redone because a lot of people after they've got on Trikafta have had their sweat tests redone. And for anyone who doesn't know, a sweat test is basically how they diagnose you with CF because it's like a certain number, like your sweat chloride levels kind of tells them, you know, if you have CF. And I don't know, someone else on here might know better, but what the actual number is, what it has to be less by, like less than, but I'm just going to spitball a number, but say like above 50 is CF and below 50 is basically your chloride level is, you know, non-CF. People have been getting it lately and their chloride level has been in like the 20s, like along the lines of a normal person, which is absolutely crazy. And again, those are not the exact numbers and the exact data that they use, but I just don't know the number right off the top of my head. But yeah, it's been like 30, 40 levels below what like the CF threshold is, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, that's something I've been working on in therapy, baby bird. But it's got like it's way better. And like that kind of goes back to just kind of not feeling any love for myself. And so I would just try to find this kind of approval and this rush, you know, the like happy chemicals in my brain from wherever that I could. And sex was one of those things that did it. And, you know, I've been good at talking. So I would just go out and meet people and then things would happen. But then it got to a point where I was just doing having it all the time, like to the point where I was like, let's just see what crazy situation I can get myself into tonight, which is not healthy at all. But it's definitely improved since then. Like I don't do that anymore. Like I said, I think like everything kind of changed once I really started kind of loving and focusing on myself, because I'm not looking for that outside approval or that outside love or feeling like I had to fill a hole somewhere. Fill a hole. I'm sorry. But yeah, like it's kind of changed everything. Am I celibate? No, but I'm not looking for anyone or anything right now. Like if something happens, like something happens, but I'm just doing me now. Like I'm really just kind of staying to myself and, you know, just kind of focusing on me. Oh, there you go, cat lover. Yeah. 29 or less, no CF. 39.50 is borderline, and 60 plus is CF. So yeah, people have been having numbers in like the low 20s or even in the teens on their sweat test, which is pretty insane. Thank you for Googling that. No, I don't think poly relationships are wrong at all. I don't think there's any sort of wrong in a relationship if it's a consensual and mutual thing that everyone have agreed upon. Like I couldn't do a poly relationship. I've been in open relationships because to me, like, sex is just a thing. Like, sex is sex. Like, sex doesn't equal intimacy or love for me. Like, it's like, you know, cuddling with someone or kissing or sharing, like spending time together. That's what is really like the backbone of intimacy to me. Sex is just this thing of, I mean, microorganisms have the need to kind of breed and multiply and mate. And so I've never really looked at it on that thing. So, but you know, poly is basically being in a relationship and giving your heart in multiple places. I can't do that. Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't be in that. But as far as being in an open relationship, and if the person I was with wanted to like go hook up with someone else or something like that, and it was mutual and talked about, that's fine. Because I mean, sex is just sex. It's fun. Everybody wants to do it. Everybody has it. So I don't know. I just don't make a big deal out of it. And I know a lot of people feel different about that, and there's nothing wrong with that if you do feel different about that. Everyone's point of view is valid on it. But just for me, like poly, I couldn't do. I respect it, but I feel like my insecurities would be way too high. Like, because I would always be like, do they like this person more than me, or is this person better than me? I just know how my mind works. It wouldn't be healthy for me. But just the sex thing, that's no biggie. Would I? Sorry. Would I be able to get a medical card for? No, my state does not do medical cards. They don't. Nothing is legal as far as weed here except for Delta 8. Shout out Moonwalker. Actually, no shout out Moonwalker. That got my channel a strike last time. Just pretend I didn't say that. But Delta 8 has been a godsend. But I will say, for anyone who is interested in Delta 8 or is using Delta 8, please do your research. Because if you are going into a smoke shop and buying Delta 8, a lot of times, even if the package looks legit, that is made, like, people can make it out of their house. Buy the packaging, throw something in there, and you don't know what you're inhaling. There are companies you can buy it from online who test it just as vigorously as regular, normal THC is tested in legal states. So please don't go to your smoke shop and buy the cheapest Delta 8 thing you can find, because I'm telling you, it's pretty much poison. Good brands, 3Chi and Moonwalker. Those are two brands that I know and that I really, really trust. Right, I always try to load up if I go somewhere else. But funny, because they actually legalized it in Virginia recently, and then the Indian reservation here in Cherokee, they've legalized it because the Indian reservation is basically a nation within a nation. They make their own rules up there, but you have to be like a resident of there and have a medical card. Delta 8 is a THC that's extracted from hemp. So under the Farm Bill, it's technically legal. It's like, it's a loophole. Because like Delta 8 is in all cannabis and THC. It's kind of one of the minor things in it. To whereas the most common thing that people like that kind of gets you high, and the main thing of marijuana, is Delta 9. So this is just a minor oh God, sorry, felt that coming up. A minor cannabinoid compared to a major. but it still does the trick. Like it's still. Oh no, there's still maybe in some, but there's still plenty of Delta 8 companies that, I mean, they're obviously it's not going to be as potent as Delta 9, but you can definitely find brands kind of like, I mean, I can't say what this is because this is when you guys ask me why I prefer Twitch over YouTube, it's kind of like in this situation because if I say the wrong thing, YouTube's little scrubbers are going to pick it up and be like, "Ooh, he talking about drugs. We got to ban him." Whereas Twitch, they're just like, "We don't care. We care of nothing." So you can find some, like the companies that I get it from, good Lord. They have some on there that will rival any sort of like thing you can get. But like now when it comes to flour, now I don't know about that. I would imagine flour would have a lot less, but I don't use flour. I use the carts. YouTube, I'm not promoting anything. All right, and so I'm going to get off here at 9. So we got 7 more minutes. Which also, I want to thank all you guys for coming out today. I really didn't expect this many people to show up because I never go live on YouTube. And we've had like consistently like, you know, like 50, 80, like yeah, it's been a rad crowd this whole time. So I definitely appreciate you guys for coming to hang out today. And I'll definitely do more of these. Definitely do more of these on YouTube because I dig this. And it's a nice switch. But again, if anyone wants to see me not just talking, but like gameplay, you know, Lego building, playing games with other people, you know, kind of whatever, basically me doing whatever live and kind of able to talk a little bit more free than I would on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cystic1. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my Twitch absolutely free if you link your Twitch account and your Amazon Prime account. And if you do that, you get exclusive emojis. So you get emojis of like my cats and my dogs, and you can actually send them if you have an iPhone through text message. So it's pretty cool. Sorry, that's I just got to plug it while I'm here. Sorry, YouTube. Oh, you're good, Artstar. Like I said, I'm getting off in 5 minutes, but this will stay up here so anyone can watch the replay. Ty Gets High. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Yo, thank you, Michelle and Rob. Am I talking to Michelle or Rob? Whichever one you are, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching for so long. Yo, thank you, Virginia. I appreciate you guys. Ain't no reason to appreciate me. I just do this because you guys enjoy it. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all the whole reason that I do any of this. Now, granted, I have streamed and made videos for no one that have gotten 1 view, and that view has probably been my mother. But it's a lot more fun when you guys are involved. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we got 4 more minutes left. So again, if there's any rapid fire questions you guys got for the last 4 minutes, you can still go. You can still go. Oh no, this was before that, Cat. Like whenever I was like first making videos and posting them for no one. Now for the streaming, yes, that one person was actually probably Pim. Pim was the Pim was the sole viewer of me for a while. She is an OG. Am I still buzzing from the Braves winning the World Series? I don't follow baseball. The only thing that I follow is the Atlanta Falcons. I don't have the heart or the soul or the mental strength to follow any other sport, especially any other Atlanta sport. Am I on the East Coast? Yes, I am in Asheville, North Carolina. What's for dinner? Probably hamburger helper because it's cheap and I don't have any money right now. What games do I play on PS5? Lately, I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk because I got a deal to where I got the upgraded version for 20 bucks. It's glitchy, but it's kind of chaos and wonderful. Also, the new Guardians of the Galaxy. I got that and I beat it. Amazing game. You guys should definitely check that out if you haven't. Oh, did you? Word. Hold on, hold on. How can I click on your thing? Okay, I'll have to. Can I click on it over here? No. Dang. Will the Falcons trade for Watson? I hope not. Please, 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 no. Like, I do not want Deshaun Watson on this team. Why? I'll give you multiple reasons. One, I mean, the man has 22 sexual assault cases in civil court. I don't care what the big court found. Yeah, they found him not guilty. You know how many creeps they find not guilty every year? No. Why Arthur Blank would even entertain having a dude like that come onto our team blows my freaking mind. Second of all, if we get Deshaun Watson, we're going to trade AJ Terrell. We're going to trade away like so many first-round draft picks, and we have nobody. Russell Gage just signed to another team. We have no receivers. We don't have an O-line. We barely have a running game. We don't have a defense. What the hell is Deshaun Watson going to do other than cause issues for the team and make it to where we can't sign anybody else because we gave away the farm just to get him? Sorry. Do I like indica or sativa? Both. Sativa, obviously, if I want to be active and do stuff. Indica, if I'm just trying to chill. My PSN, it's either Cystic One or Morgan Solo. I don't remember what it still is at the moment. So you can either look up Cystic One, CYSTIK, and then the number 1, or Morgan Solo, and see if that pulls up. Because I don't remember if I changed it or not. I feel like I changed it. As always, Allie, what's up? How's it going? Are you allowed to do a smoking live? I don't know. Is there such things as smoking lives on YouTube? Are those real thing? Like, are those allowed on here? Oh, I didn't know. Wait, hold on a second. I really didn't know like a smoking live thing. I mean, I've smoked while I am live, but I've never just kind of, I didn't know that there was a genre of smoking live. Yo, what does that say? RN Dala 13. Sorry, I didn't catch that in time. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Twitch channel. I didn't know that was a thing. I just kind of have always smoked while I stream, or not smoked, but vaped while I stream just to, like, just because it's what I do. I do it in my daily life. But I didn't know that there was just a whole subgenre of that. Holy smokes. Well, I'll have to look into that, because I mean I always hit my little doodad while I'm on stream, just because it chills me out, keeps my anxiety in check. But I didn't know that there was like a whole subgenre of that category. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Thank y'all for telling me about that. Way to drop the ball on that, Audrey and Pim. Why did y'all never tell me that there was such thing? I've just been doing it all these years expecting to get banned. Like, all this time, I could have been capitalizing on my rampant marijuana use instead of just, like, doing it really quick on stream and really hoping that no one ever reports me for doing it. I've been lied to all this time. Oh, if I'm ever in Utah? Oh, for sure. I love Utah. My friend Tommy used to live there. They got some weird laws. Definitely some weird Mormon laws, but I love, like, Utah's an awesome place. I mean, I'm always down to smoke with anybody. I just don't, it's weird smoking with people, and like, because people make it like about a competition. They're like, oh, I can smoke more than you or something. And I'm just like, bro, I just do this. Like, I do it because it helps me. I've been using THC since I was in my early 20s because it's like it gives me an appetite. It helps the aches and pains, all of that. Like, I just do it because of that. But people make it like a personality trait. And I'm just like, I can't hang with that crowd because I'm like, y'all are a little too intense for me. Okay, I'll definitely look into that. A smoking live. I didn't know that was a thing. I almost feel like it would be safer to do it on Twitch because I'll have to research how risky that is on YouTube. Dang. My mind is blown right now. I just talk a lot. And the bad thing is I talk a lot as it is, but good Lord, on streams, when I've got really baked and someone's asked me a question, bro, I'll just go. Like, Pim and Audrey can testify to this. I will go on tangents upon tangents upon tangents. And then after I'm done with it, it's just like, I don't know where I am because I was just so baked and I got lost in the sauce of my train of thought. Then I'm just like, bro, what just happened? It really is a 3-hour one-way conversation. So true. So true. I don't care about the videos not being monetized. Like, especially the lives. Like, if it's an actual video, for sure, but lives don't really get promoted that much. So I don't care about it being, like, monetized or anything like that. I just don't want to get a strike, because those suck. Now, I don't know about streaming movies live. I feel like y'all are setting me up for a lot of failure on YouTube. See, Twitch, I just feel like you can get away with a lot more on Twitch. You know, you'll get a warning before you get banned or something. On YouTube, they're just like, nope, straight to jail. This chair is so like rickety. Like every time I move it, it's just like. Thought I was leaving. Oh God, it's 9:05. Should I go until 9:30? Does anyone want me to go until 9:30? That would be the absolute latest. But I'll leave it up to y'all. Y'all got until 9:07 to decide if you want me to stay until 9:30. Going past time hasn't stopped, I see. I'm sorry. I have good communities. What can I say? They make me not want to stop streaming because it's nice. They're rad people. It took me a while to make the community good on YouTube, all right? This place was toxic city for so long and just nothing but people wanting to ask me questions about 5 Feet Apart and then tell me about how they role play as the 5 Feet Apart characters, which is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Yes, that actually happened. Yes, someone has told me that. There are fan accounts set up on Instagram that follow me all the time of people pretending to be Stella and Will, like full on, like acting like they have CF, which is disturbing, so disturbing. Yeah, see, real life, Michelle and Rob, that's what I'm talking about. So most likely if I did like a smoking thing, it's going to be over on Twitch. So again, for anyone who doesn't know Twitch, it's absolutely free. You can subscribe if you want, but you don't have to. You can watch for free. All you got to do is set up an account, and they got a nice handy little app. Follow me at twitch.tv/cystic1 because I can do a lot more live there than I can here. I got a lot more invested into YouTube than I have a lot invested in Twitch, but it's just, I definitely just don't want to lose the YouTube. This thing has been going for years. Do you play music on here? I have played music live. I definitely don't sing. Like, I may have this sultry, deep radio voice, but it does not translate into a sultry, deep singing voice. Sounds like a cat being strangled. And again, that's not me just being bad on myself. I have recordings of me singing on my computer, and the amount of auto-tune that it's taken me to get it to a decent vocal line tells me I can't sing. Am I on Patreon? No, like Steph told me to make a Patreon. A bunch of people have, but I don't really know what I would offer on Patreon. Like, because I feel like it's more of a platform for people who are super creative or like kind of artistic or something. Like, I don't know what I have to offer for Patreon that I would feel justified in people paying for. Like, that's the biggest thing, because I don't want to just be posting nonsense and be charging people like $5 a month for it. Like, I feel like no. Do I like MGK? Not really. Is that like, especially now, like he's just kind of turned real douchey. I like some MGK songs, but I mean, I'm not a fanboy. How do you add me on Twitch? You got to make an account, twitch.tv.com, make you an account, and then all you got to do is go to twitch.tv/Cystic1, or just look for Cystic1. Hey, don't wait. If I can ever get my body back to where it was when I lived in San Diego, the Morgan Solo OnlyFans is coming. No pun intended. But no one wants to see this out of shapeness, because I gained weight, then I lost weight, but I'm not really in shape. So it's just kind of, it's a lot going on under here. No. We gonna keep a cover on this like a Cadillac during a rainstorm. Got to keep that tarp on it. But what video exclusives could I use? What song matches my mood right now? Oh shit, I almost played that. So I can't play the song, obviously, because YouTube will have a fit. But there's a band that's been getting big off TikTok. Their name's Dury. And the song Who's Laughing Now has been like on constant rotation for me for like a hot minute now. Definitely go check them out. Dury, Durry, Who's Laughing Now. Great song. My favorite song at the moment is Little Moon by Gone Gone Beyond. Oh, the white dog? That's Ollie, wherever he's at. Where are you at, Ollie? He's here, but you can't see him. Munchkin. There's no way I can turn to where you can see him. He's perfectly positioned behind my chair. Yep, sorry. No white dog for you. Yeah, I don't have boobs no more. And my go-to music vibe really changes. Like, I really like singer-songwriter type stuff, so I really enjoy that. Metal. I grew up as a metal kid. I'll always be a metal kid. So I definitely love jamming out to just something hard, heavy, and angry. Oh, yes, I love Mr. Kitty. That's actually on my liked playlist. Like, After Dark, such a vibe. Yeah, it's Steph's dog, Ollie, wherever he's... Oh, there's a paw. Yeah, right there. Right there. He's hanging out with his brother, who is right there. Can I sing? No, I can't even scream. Can't sing and can't be a metal screamer. They were obnoxious, weren't they, Lauren? See, Lauren understands what I'm talking about. Like, whenever I was talking earlier about changing the channel and how, like, I hated my content, when I watched it, I thought I was obnoxious. So I was like, we gotta change this up. Like, what am I saying with this channel other than just being obnoxious? But I'm glad you like it now. I won somebody over, so sweet. I'm doing it right. Do I say God is good? I do not. I'm not religious. If you are, that's cool. Totally cool. No problem with it. Is for me, religion of any kind, not my vibe. Goo-a-goo. Goo-a-goo. God is goo-a-goo. That's what I'm gonna start saying from now on. I don't really listen to any SoundCloud songs unless someone sends me something. What Bright Eyes song do I like? The one that everybody likes. I honestly don't know any other Bright Eyes song except for, well, oh God, what is it called? First Day of My Life? Rest, whatever that song is called? That one. Yeah, it's definitely more positive. And that's what I will always want. Like when I started making the videos and like really had the CF spotlight on me and was like making my stuff, that's all I wanted. That I just wanted to make sure the video, like make positive videos about CF and to kind of show people that, look, you can still do normal stuff and have CF and all that. And then it got a little tainted because my channel blew up. And so I felt like I had to ride that wave. Like, I don't know, I found this thing to where it's like it made me feel validated in a way, like to my family, because it was getting all this attention and I was able to show them like, look, I'm doing something with my life. And so I was like, I just started making videos just to have a video out, just to be able to get views and keep the money going and the subscribers and all that. But after a while, man, I just can't do it. Like I might be able to fake it for a little bit and just put out obnoxious BS, but after a while it just wears on me and I can't. I don't even think I have an account on SoundCloud. People just send me links. Oh, well, thank you, Radika. Yes, I write songs. Ooh. Ooh, I like that little jazz progression there in this song. Hold on, I gotta... Oh my God, this is a Mandalorian lo-fi song, but the volume bar or the progress bar is a lightsaber. And I don't know how this happened. Like the thing on Spotify, it looks like a lightsaber. Sorry, that was just like, holy crap, I can't believe that. That's awesome. I didn't know you could make the thing on Spotify a lightsaber. Hold on, I know no one knows what I'm talking about. So you see down at the bottom, like, the progress of the song, it's a lightsaber. Sorry, this is just like, this is the coolest thing. Maybe did other people know about that? Because I sure didn't. Oh, I love Eddie Vedder. Like, dude, his voice and just his songwriting abilities, so good. How did I get Nebula? So at my dad's house, there's a lot of stray cats because in the country, nobody spays or neuters their animals and they just let them run amok. And one of the cats that was there had kittens and Nebula was one of them, but she was the runt of the litter. So the mom would take her to the middle of the yard and just set her down and run away. And she'd just be in the middle of the yard as a little kitten meowing, you know, waiting to get scooped up by a hawk. And so I would pick her up and take her back to her mom, and her mom would just keep, Ashley Cole, thank you so much for following. Her mom would keep picking her up and taking her to the yard. So I eventually got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to let this little kitten die. So I got her, and as all of my animals, the intention was to foster her. But then her and Ember became like the bestest friends in the world, and the rest is history. Oh, did he? Oh, I'll have to check that out. You know what song he played? Yep, that's me. That's the Twitch logo. What's my sign? Cancer. No, I don't know my birth chart, or my natal chart, or my Hank Hill chart, or my rocket power chart, or any of these birth charts you guys always ask me about. I don't even know what any of that means. If someone wants the information and wants to tell me all about my future and my life based on astrology, I'll give it to you. But I don't know about any of the other stuff. Like, people are always like, what's your sun rising and your moon rising and your Venus ascending? And I'm like, what? My first thought is like, how many drugs are you on? I'm kidding. Well, the vlogs are gone. The vlogs were obnoxious. It's all about hyping people up now and trying to help the world. Putting content out that's helpful to people, not putting content out to pad my ego. Not to say there'll never be a vlog again, but it'll have to mean something, or just be some sort of extraordinary circumstance where I'm like, I have to show people this. I'll check her out. There's a person that sends me messages all the time, or like sends me emails that they want to like collab, and they want to like they put it as like a sponsorship. They want to sponsor me. And this person has like 32 followers. And there's a person that does like tarot readings. And it's like, okay, so what you'll do is you'll make a post about me, and you'll post me on your story for like multiple days, and then you'll make sure that you hype up my tarot reading business and all that, and in exchange I'll do your tarot reading for you. And I'm like, how am I getting anything out of this? She's like, I think I would be really good on your channel. And I'm like, how do you even say it? How do you send that email and you're just so sure of yourself? You're just like, you know what? I would look good on your channel. Sorry if that person is here, but you might just want to ease up. My mother is texting me. Huge balls. All right, y'all, we got 10 minutes left. It's actually going to be 10 minutes this time because I am hungry. And I know the boys want tasty dinner. Hey, you guys want tasty dinner? I'm sorry. It's 10 minutes and it's tasty dinner time, I promise. They're just looking at me now like, you ass. You really just faked us out. We were sleeping, woke up for tasty dinner, and you gave us Snickle Fritz. But yeah, all right. 9 minutes left. So any more questions you guys got? Anything at all? You can shoot them my way. That's a scam. It's definitely a scam. Arr. So it was super warm today, but it got cold. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn on my heat real quick. And when I say turn on my heat, I mean turn it to like 68 because Papa can't afford any higher than that right now. Do I feed my dogs wet or dry food? Both. Am I more active on Twitch or YouTube Live? For live streaming, Twitch. For sure. Like next week, I'll be streaming a lot. Like I'm gonna, there probably won't be too long of streams just because I'll have to be getting up for like work and all that. But I'm definitely gonna be, I think I'm gonna start just kind of like on work days, capping out at like 2-hour streams. Just enough so we can kind of do something, play a game, talk, whatever, and then bounce out. Just to kind of get a schedule going again. But I just can't run them long. Am I still making jewelry? Yes. Got, it's old Greg's place. Got lots of things. Got this thing. You can have it. I'll keep it right here then. I hope someone has seen that stupid audio that's on TikTok and Instagram. Would I ever own a reptile? Yes. Like I really want to get some sort of reptilian, like iguana or a chameleon or snake or something. I love reptiles. What is my hat? Says nothing. I mean, it's a brand. It's O'Neill, but it doesn't say anything. Doesn't have any deep life words on it. Do I sell personalized jewelry? I don't sell any jewelry. I just make these things and then everyone's telling me I need to sell them. But as far as personalized, like, I mean, I could do custom colors and all that, but I mean, I ain't got charms with anybody's name on it. Oh, thank you so much, Peyton. I'm really glad they're helping. Like, I'm really stoked on the channel now and kind of what it's became. Does Goose Goose Duck cost money? If not, I'm down to play. Sweet, then it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm definitely down for free to play games. Do I plan on having kids? Absolutely not. First of all, I can't have kids with CF naturally anyways. Second of all, I just don't want kids. They're not for me. My place in this life is not to make more of me. One is enough. You guys can have the kids. I will save the animals. It's a fair trade-off. Oh, night, Crystal. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, I'm so glad that they're helping, Stephanie. Like that right there, just like the stuff that people have kind of posted in the chat today. That's the whole purpose that I changed up the channel for, and it's just awesome to be able to use the stuff that I've been through and kind of flip it, because I always viewed things as like negative and trauma that I carried around in a bad way. And then after Tricapta came out, I was just kind of lost on who I was, because I was able to kind of help people and inspire people through the CF type thing. But I was like, I don't have that anymore. But then I kind of realized that, man, I've been through a ton in my life, and I feel like I've just gotten a way different perspective on the world. So maybe my words will be able to help somebody out there, and to see that it actually does help people makes it worth it. It's the content will keep a flowing. I don't care what the views are. I don't care about any of that. Just knowing that it's helping people out, we're good. How cold is it there? I think it's like low 60s currently. But this house isn't sealed the best. Like, it's got some drafts to it. So when it drops into like the low 60s, it starts getting pretty chilly in here. I got 3 more minutes, Audrey. Quit trying to shove me off the air. Am I planning any vacations this year? Well, I'm going to Alaska in September to help guide a hiking trip. That's the only thing I got planned so far. I do want foods, but I said I'd go till 9:30. It's 9:27. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Don't worry. No tattoos anytime soon because my bank account just is not set up that way. I've been to Alaska before, just to Anchorage. That's where my buddy lives. And so we're going to be doing a climb on, I think it's, I don't know if it's a known place like Kasuki Ridge, something like that. Kasuki Trail, Kasuki Ridge, Godzuki. Don't remember exactly what it's called, but we're basically doing like 5 days out with people. Gonna take them out there, cook for them, show them some stuff. Hopefully see some northern lights so I can cry. Yeah, I'm still here in the house for another year. What's my favorite sushi? My local place has like this dragon roll, which is like crab and what else is in it? Crab, salmon, like rice, and they make their own like special sauce that goes on top of it, and it's deep fried. Oh, so good, so good. Oh, that makes me want sushi, and I'm too broke for sushi. I'll just go eat my hamburger helper and pretend it's sushi. I'll wrap it up in like a little taco bun. Pretend it's a hamburger helper sushi. One minute! But yeah, there is 1 minute. I haven't started the new job yet. I started on Monday. But thank you folks so much for coming to hang out with me. You guys said you wanted a YouTube live and you showed out big time. So I appreciate y'all so much for coming to hang out for this live. I'll be doing more like this on YouTube, kind of these sit down things. They're not going to be a ton of them, but if you do want to see me more often on stream, go to twitch.tv/Cystic1. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and get free emojis of my animals that you can use on your phone if you have an iPhone. Android not supported. But yeah, that's it for me tonight, you guys. I appreciate all y'all so much. Y'all the best. New video will be out as soon as I get my new camera back. So consider this the new video for the week that will take place of whatever I was going to post. Because I don't have my good camera and I just can't shoot anything right now. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for watching this. Y'all are amazing. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm out of here. Love you all. Bye-bye.